You're about to watch Rockin Robbie live. Bunker down and see you on the other side.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. Welcome, in fact, to Rockin Robbie Live. I am your host for tonight's festivities, Rockin Robbie Billups. This is a great show. This is where we gather and talk every Sunday night, mostly, about comics, movies, pop culture, and a whole lot more. And this show, even though we got a plan, because coming up, we got the DC sneak peek. We're going to be revealing the first 2 months of the 2025 PCP movie night lineup. We're also going to be talking about some movies and stuff I've watched over the last week, just catching up, just chatting. But even though we got a plan, grandiose some may call it, this show is driven, fueled if you will, by your questions, your thoughts, your comments, and your concerns. So once you get in here, throw out a station, maybe even a pop, pop, boom, let us know that you're all up in the room. And this is the happeningest place to be on Sunday nights here in the comic book YouTube community. So thank you all for joining us, and please participate in the conversation. Any questions, anything you got to get off your chest, now is the time to get a direct response from me. You, by the way, should follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can follow me on X at the Rockin Robbie. And of course, you can support the channel over at patreon.com/PCP, which will give you access to a downloadable audio file of the popular award-winning weekly comic book review hours before it drops here on YouTube with the video. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can do so with a super chat. We got a super chat goal tonight. It's in the chat somewhere. If we get 5 super chats of $5 or more each, we're going to be opening up this Dirge Transformer. And I really want to open up this Dirge, so come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Anyway, also pinned at the top of the chat is, of course, my Amazon wish list. This is the time for me to be crass and beg for Christmas gifts. If you feel so inclined to give me a Christmas gift, that's my Amazon wish list. You can find something on there. You can send it to me directly through that link. And if you choose to send one of the movies, and it's mostly movies on that list, if you choose to send a movie, it will be covered in some form or fashion here on PCP, including maybe even potentially a PCP movie night. Some of the PCP movie nights that we're going to be revealing for the first 2 months of 2025 came from Christmas gifts last year. I also got a few spaces left open in April for the lineup, particularly in case somebody wants to send us a movie for us to cover out of what is on that list. Anyway, Super excited to be here. Super excited to see all you beautiful people out there in the chat. Before we get going, let's really talk about what's coming up this week at PCP. First of all, we get PCP Movie Night wrapping up the 2024 season and wrapping up Van Damme December tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be talking about Street Fighter. Yes, we've already covered this movie on the channel a few years ago, but you know what? Time to do it again. Time to go out big for 2024 and end with Street Fighter. On Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, you can check me out over at 9 Panel Grid for the Ink and Insight show. It'll be my first time appearing with him. That's Eric and, of course, Stu. They got a great show they do every Wednesday. I'm very excited to be a part of that. Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to be having a live conversation with one of the hottest artists in the industry today, and he just so happens to be a personal friend of mine for over 20 years. We're going to be talking with Mark Spears. That will be Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Sometime after that show, I will also be live on Go Figure Reviews for their holiday live chat or whatever. And then on Friday, don't forget Blame Fable and or the all new, all different Blame Fable. They'll be having their holiday special. Maybe I'll show up. I don't know exactly what's going on Friday. My girlfriend's getting back into town this week after being out of town for a week, so I can't promise anything. Also, Sunday afternoon, I will be on a special presentation at Blood Splatter Chatter to talk about the first 2 episodes of Masters of Horror. And then, even though we're ending PCP Movie Night for 2024 tomorrow night with Street Fighter, the following Monday, December 23rd at 8 p.m. Central Time, join us for our 7th annual Festivus live stream. We will be raising the Festivus poll, the PCP poll, that is. We will be airing our grievances of the year, showing off our feats of strength. Join us for our holiday celebration for our 7th annual Festivus live stream. We now pause for station identification. All right, y'all, I want to see those stations out there in the chat. Let everybody know. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody know this is the place to be, and it may potentially be the last Rockin Robbie Live of 2024. I'm not sure if we're doing one next week. I know we're not doing one the week after that, so this might be it. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Maybe I can be persuaded. I don't know. But don't forget, y'all, we got the Super Chat goal tonight. 5 Super Chats of $5 each or more. That will help us unlock the unboxing of the Dirge action figure from Transformers. Also, the wish list, the Christmas wish list. If you want to send me a Christmas gift, there you go. It's up at the top. But all the support we need is a like, a share, a subscribe, and participation in the show. And of course, we can't have the show officially without kicking it off officially with your official First 5. All right, we've been going through the DVD collection. I realized that the last time we did Rockin Robbie Live, we didn't actually do a final 5, so this was what would have been the final 5, which is now the first 5 tonight. All right, there is Star Wars Episode 4, Return of the Jedi. Not Episode 4, it's Episode 6. I'm so stupid. There's Return of the Jedi. Once again, this is the 2-disc limited edition set that has the original theatrical versions as well. So that's super cool. All right, then here we have the all-new Super Friends Hour. There was a time when DC was putting out these Super Friends and Super Powers, like little like DVD sets. I was picking them all up. They're all available now in one box set, which is on my Amazon wish list, actually. But that's what I got right there. A few of these, I have more, but a lot of them are actually at the comic shop. Then we got Super Friends, the legendary Super Power Show. Super Friends just wasn't one long show. It was like broken up into a bunch of shows. Here is Super Friends Volume 2. I have Volume 1, which is also, that's the challenge of the Super Friends, but that's at work. Because we have like a TV over there that we sometimes play cartoons on. Here's my personal favorite, the Superpowers Team Galactic Guardians. I very vividly remember this show when I was a kid. I watched it all the time. It was how I got introduced to characters like Firestorm and Cyborg, and in particular, Jack Kirby's New Gods. Darkseid heavily featured, along with Calabac, Destro. This kind of went right along with the action figure line. There's my collection right up there. Still one of my favorite action figure lines of all time, and that has been your very own and official First Five. All right, let's take a look at the chat. Let's see what's going on. We got GT Key Comic in the house. Station, my man, how you doing? Chill Out Man is in the house with a station. Chill Out Man says, yo, my apologies for tonight, but I got my shades on tonight. I am so far out there right now. I'm like Incubus. I wish you were here. Station. Well, congratulations, Chill Out Man. You're ahead of the game on the rest of us. We got the artist formerly known as Jesse Say What in the house with a station. Chill Out Man says, Robbie, is that the link? Is that link what you want? Like The Nest, U571, is that your wish list? Yes. Some really great movies on that wish list. There are also some naughty movies on there. So if you want to see some more naughty content for movie reviews in 2025, the year of PCPX, that's right, we're about to start our 10th year anniversary celebration. We're celebrating all year long with refining certain shows and introducing some new things. So very excited for what's coming up here in 2025. Christina Payne, what is up, station? The current reigning champ of the Blue Wrench Award, well deserved. Comic Cinephile is here with the station fam. Anissa, what is up, station? Long time no see. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a minute. You know, me and Rex stopped doing the that Friday show, and I don't think I've really seen you much since then. So it's good to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Anissa says, how have you been, Robbie? Feeling good mentally, emotionally, physically? Mentally, feeling really good. Sharp as a tack as ever. Emotionally, pretty solid emotionally, to be honest with you. Everything's been really solid lately. Physically, I've gained 10 pounds back. You know, in the first half of this year, I lost 25, 30 pounds. I've gained 10 back. So I guess I'm still down overall, but it's time to kick that back into gear and lose those 10 pounds again and continue on and be more healthy physically. So, but yeah, overall, I'm doing well. How about you, Anissa? Oh, we got my man Fable from One Collection down in the house with the station. Right behind him with the station is 9-panel grid. What is up, my friends? Eddie Von B is in the house. What's up, my dude? How you doing? Hope you've been enjoying some holiday horror this year. Me personally, I've already watched Black Christmas, the 90s version of Jack Frost, and Gremlins. Last night I watched Gremlins. Really, really fun time. It's always fun to watch Gremlins. I probably watch Gremlins more than any other movie, honestly. The Gremlins or Dazed and Confused, something like that. CTA and Frank is in the house with a station. What is up? Pete is here with a what is up, everybody? Good to see you all, station fam. Station to yourself as well, Pete. Good to see you. Look at all those stations and pop, pop, booms. And then we got a pew, pew from Two Gun Pedro, who is going to be the centerpiece of tonight's show and tell. Two Gun Pedro went above and beyond this year with my Christmas gift, and I cannot wait to show y'all. If you have seen my Instagram or Facebook post, you already know what's coming. But just let me enjoy myself when I show off the cool gift that Two Gun Pedro sent me. Julian Garcia is here. Pop, pop, boom. You the man, Robbie. Well, thank you. I'm the man, and that's the problem. Favorite current artist. Favorite current comic artist. Oh, that's so hard to choose from. Martin Simmons is one that pops in my head. Ian Bertram is one that pops in my head. Nick Patara is one that pops in my head. Nick Dragata is one that pops in my head. Dan Mora is one that pops in my head. Jorge Jimenez is one that pops in my head. Yeah, I'll go with those. And I guess always Mike Allred. Mike Allred's always a current artist, and he has been for 30 plus years now. Two Gun Pedro says, I'll find something that you didn't know you needed on your wish list. I'll find something that you didn't know you needed on your wish list. It's a weird phrase, Two Gun. I don't understand what that means. Something I didn't know I needed on my, something I didn't know I needed to put on my wish list, or something on my wish list that I didn't know I needed. Everything on my wish list is something I absolutely need. But Two Gun, you've already went above and beyond, man. You did find movies that weren't on my wish list that are super fucking awesome. Eddie Von B says, Spears Monsters books are killing it. Love the covers. Yeah, we'll be talking about that. Mark is a good buddy. I'm super excited to see him blow up the way he has been. Evil Face Bad is in the house. What is up? Comic Cinephile. I believe I said what's up already. But then Pete says, looking forward to that Mark Spears interview. He has been killing it. Yes, he has. Evil Face Bad saying, Festivus for the rest of us. Yeah, we've been doing Festivus streams for the last 6 years. So this will be the 7th. I think I counted that right. I think this is the 7th annual Festivus live stream. And it's always a hoot. Like, honestly, the airing of the grievances is worth it alone. We've had some memorable moments on the Festivus streams, too, including Jelani getting so drunk he had to bow out of the show. Kenneth is here. Hi to everyone. Tonight and from Virginia. Virginia. Hardly seen. I don't know where I was going with that. What's up, Kenneth? Nice to see you here. Starscream 5 is here with a station. So nice he had to say it twice. Anthony Davis is in the house. Station, my man. Rank the Buffy seasons. That leaves. Oh. All right, here we go. Ranking the Buffy seasons. From my least favorite to my most favorite. My least favorite would be season 7. Honestly, the final season. I like it. First of all, I like all 7 seasons of Buffy. I like all 7 seasons of Buffy. Buffy's like one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Okay? But at the bottom of the list would be season 7. Right above that would be season 1. I do like season 1, but it kind of was a little bit of a slow start to kind of find the show's identity. After that would be season 4. I really do like season 4 as well. But it did have some problems where they had to change the story in the midst of it, right? So that kind of hinders it just a little bit, but it has some of the best single episodes for sure, including the Hush episode. Then we've got season 5. Season 5 is considered by most the best season of Buffy. The introduction of Dawn, Glory is the big villain. A really great season of Buffy. The show could have ended there, honestly, and it would have been a perfect ending. But I'm glad it continued. Then after that, I got season 3. Season 3 is the graduation year for Buffy, the introduction of Faith, the mayor, all that kind of jazz. So I really love season 3. For my number 2 spot, I would put season 2, because there's something about me that loves the fall of Angel back into Angelus and how that relates to Buffy and her story and having sex for the first time, and how that, I just love that. The introduction of Spike and Drusilla, fantastic. But my favorite season of Buffy is season 6. That's the season where it's either people's favorites or it's people's least favorite, right? But season 6 to me is absolutely the best. It contains my single favorite episode of Buffy ever, which is Once Again with Feeling, which is the Buffy musical. Undone so many years ago, you can make me feel like it isn't so. And why you come to be with me, I think I finally know. You're scared, ashamed of what you feel, but you can't tell the ones you love, you know they could not deal. Anyway, that was Spike's song. Rest in peace, really great. I love Buffy. So I'll go 7, 1, 4, 5, 3, 2, 6 for my Buffy ranking. There you go. Robbie, you going to shoot down a drone? No idea what you're referencing there, Evil Face Man. Anthony says, have you seen Oddity? I have not. It is something on my list. It's something I want to watch, but I have not watched it yet. Chill Out Man says, I got you, Robbie, like Tupac. How do you want it? Super chat or just buy a U571? Bro, that's up to you. You can send me U571. You can send me a super chat. You do what you want to do, man. It's either is cool. You just being here's enough. Chill. William says you would lose more weight when you give up alcohol. Maybe. Honestly, like I just did like all of November sober and I gained weight, right? Because I eat more, I guess. But I don't know. You're probably right. Should we cut down on the alcohol? Maybe. Are we? Who knows? Chill Out Man says, gotta watch Gremlins. Absolutely. Eddie Von B says, I watched The Mean One and Krampus on Friday night. I haven't seen The Mean One. It's got what's his name? Is it David Howard Thornton? The guy who plays Art the Clown. I haven't seen The Mean One. Is it good, Eddie? Krampus. I was actually having a discussion last night about Krampus. Krampus is all right. Like, I didn't find it, like, I don't love Krampus as much as I wanted to. But I don't know. Maybe I need to check it out again. I've only seen it the one time. 62 Lefty Blues is in the house. What is up, my man? My boy Mike, Station Mike. Good to see you, man. Long time no hangout. Let's go hang out soon. Before our August trip. Mike says 2 things. Number 1, you're worth it. You're worth it, buddy. And number 2, I need to find a day to drop off your Xmas gift. Man, just let me know, man. Let me know. Chill Out Man says, rank Showgirls to the Saved by the Bell seasons, including junior high. Station Miss Bliss. Rank the Saved by the Bell seasons? I'm not as familiar with the Saved by the Bell seasons in my adult age as I am, say, the Buffy seasons, but I guess I would go... Least favorite would be the Good Morning Miss Bliss stuff, to be honest with you. Right after that would probably be season 1, maybe. Then after that would be the college years. Yes, I'm going to include the college years. I'm not going to include the new class. After that would probably be Showgirls. After that would be season 3. I think season 3 is the one with where they go and like they're working at the beach house or whatever. And it's got, what's her name? The former Scientologist who's on King of Queens. Why can I not remember her name? Starts with an L? I used to watch her show all the time about Scientology. Someone's going to help me out. I cannot remember her name. Leah something? Man, no, I don't remember. Then maybe 5, 4, 1 or 2. I think season 2 is my favorite. I think season 2 is my favorite. We'll just go with that for now. For the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, so Elizabeth Berkley is coming back. They got Mario Lopez is coming in, so Slater and Jesse are going to be here. And then Tori Spelling and Brian Austin Green. Is that his name? Brian Austin Green? The guy who played David. I used to love 90210. And David and Tori were like my fucking characters. Like that was the couple that I followed. That was like, I'm really fucking excited to meet them. It is Brian Austin Green, isn't it? Brian Austin. Yeah, Brian Austin Green. He played David, right? On 90210. What was his character's name? Yeah, David Silver. Hell yeah. So I'm really kind of pumped for that. Anissa says, been really good, Robbie. About to graduate college, moving to New York City, going to pursue a music career, quit smoking tobacco, being more productive, more confident, super happy with myself. Thanks for asking. Well, that's awesome to hear, Anissa. Everybody throw a shout out and a station for her. Very freaking cool. Moving to New York. Allegedly, I'll be in New York in August. For the first time ever. City I've always been obsessed with. Anthony says, favorite Warren Ellis series, favorite Grant Morrison series. My favorite Warren Ellis series is definitely Planetary. Planetary is one of my favorite comic books of all time. And my favorite Grant Morrison series is The Invisibles. The Invisibles is my single favorite comic book series of all time. I love The Invisibles. That book literally has changed my life and continues to change my life every time I read it. Chill Out Man saying, sing it, Robbie. You're scared, afraid of what you feel. But you can't tell the ones you love, you know they couldn't deal. I fucking love the Buffy musical. Don't get me started. Guy Forge is here. What is up, my man? Very happy Sunday, my friend. Very happy Sunday to you. Good to see you in the chat, man. We all need to get together and do something sometime. We haven't hung out in a minute. Edson EO is in the house. Station. How you doing? Eddie says, the mean one is great, cheesy horror fun. It's an average twist on the Grinch with off-the-cuff gore. What else can I ask for in a Christmas movie? Hell yeah. My favorite Christmas horror movies, Gremlins, Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Christmas, Bloody Christmas, Christmas Evil. My top 5 there. Should have done a whole video about that, but I didn't. Instead, I'm talking to you here. William says, are you ready for the 20th, 30th, 40th, and 50th anniversary of classic movies in 2025? Yeah. What's coming up? First of all, 1985's got some great fucking movies. That's one of my favorite movie years, period, is 1985. So, yeah. 1995, maybe. 2005, okay, sure. 75, I'm sure we can find some cool stuff. But, I don't know, honestly, we've already got most of the list put together. The first half of the year is pretty much put together. And I didn't pay too much attention to anniversaries. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. And sometimes we just have Leah Remini. Thank you so much, Eddie. God, that bothered me so much, not remembering her name. Leah Remini. So actually, sometimes, without even intentionally thinking about it, we wind up with an anniversary movie. And maybe we do. We might, actually. I don't know. Do I have the years listed? No, I don't. I don't know. I'm pretty sure somewhere in here we got some anniversaries. We'll see. You let me know when we do the reveal. DMG is in the house saying the city's so nice they named it twice. Name changes in the house with an Ola. Do you like the filth? I love the filth. Grant describes it as this. The Invisibles is the high and the filth is the come down. So I think that the filth is very intentionally a part of the experience. Like, life isn't all just the ride up. Sometimes you got to deal with the filth, and that's what the filth is. So the filth is a perfect coda of sorts to the Invisibles. But yes, I love the filth. I haven't read it in a minute. I just picked up a book not too long ago, too, about the filth. Eddie Von B says, my daughter got published as the illustrator of a kid's book, published artist at the age of 20, rolls a tear of pride. Well, station and congratulations to your daughter, EVP. Hell yeah. The Hondalorian says, what the heck is The Invisibles about? The Invisibles is very simple, but not really. It's a very complex, challenging, esoteric piece of work, right? But the basic gist is this. The Invisibles are an army of freedom fighters that are trying to free society and the populace from control over the overlords, right? And I'm not just talking about the powers that be. Just so happens that the powers that be are actually extra dimensional, like demonic entities from another reality that are trying to manipulate society and the world in such a way that everything is so mundane and just we're all controlled, right? And the Invisibles, using tactics such as violence and tactics such as magic and psychology, are trying to combat this evil, tyrannical, extra-dimensional society. It's basically Grant Morrison trying to explain the way the universe works. It's considered a hypersigil, probably one of the first hypersigils. I think it's where the term hypersigil comes about. A sigil being a magical, what's the word? Like a glyph, right? That one, like a magician, say, would use to cause a small change in reality, potentially even more so in their reality. But But a hypersigil being like a series of symbols and glyphs and story and to come about to an effect. And the point of the Invisibles is as you read it, hopefully the experience enlightens you. So there you go. So that's what The Invisibles is about. The Matrix is based on The Invisibles, but take away the magical aspects and put in a more science fiction technological aspect to it, and that's what it is. So like, they're like these archons or whatever, these giant, like otherworldly demonic creatures, right, that are trying to control society in The Invisibles, where in the Matrix, it's AI, it's the robots, right? And so it's very similar to the Matrix, because the Matrix kind of riffed off of The Invisibles. Streets of Fire is 1985. I got that on VHS. Good movie. Haven't seen it in a minute. Eddie Von B says, solid top 5 Christmas horror list. Black Christmas is by far my favorite. Black Christmas is amazing. One of the best movies I've ever seen. It's one of the best horror movies, period. William says, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Jaws to start. We've never done Jaws, and we've never done One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Those are good movies, though. Basically, the way PCP Movie Night breaks down in 2025 is January and February are director spotlights. March is, of course, March Madness. April is kind of the just for fun month. May is the first half of Crew's Choice, but in particular, they're anime movies, so we're calling it Anime. Right? It's clever. And then June is the rest of Crew's Choice. July is going to be Action Fest, and this Action Fest will be all Jean-Claude Van Damme centric. And then I know I'd already announced that we were doing Terminator. It's been scrapped. We're doing Van Damme. We're dedicating all of Action Fest to Van Damme in 2025. And then August, September, and October is Horror Fest. November will be we're up in the air. We got the idea to do war films, or we got the idea to do the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And then December, we're doing traditional Christmas movies. So that's kind of the lay of the land. Chill Out Man with Super Chat. Loved your Saved by the Bell ranking, and I could never remember her name either, but she's very pretty though. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for the Super Chat, Chill Out Man. That's 1 of 5 needed so that we can open up this Dirge action figure. So thank you so much, Chill Out Man. You also gave everybody their first and potentially last Hellboy Song of the Year. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who had a sex with a demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. And now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! Now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with a fire starter named Liz. And an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. PPRD. Loud. Thank you so much, Chill Out Man, for the super chat. That's 1 out of the 5 to hit our goal tonight. So we just need 4 more super chats of $5 or more. Also at the top of the chat, pinned and also dropped in the chat right now, is the Amazon wish list. If you want to give PCP a gift and actually see a movie that you buy covered here on the channel, there's your chance. Anthony says, good explanation of The Invisibles. Well, thank you. It's an easy book to describe that way, but it's so much more than that, right? Choose Violence saying, yo, what is up, my man? Saved by the Bell ranking, Lisa number 1. I would always go Kelly Kapowski at number 1, Zach Morris at number 2. Sycotron says, will you do more evening shows talking about comics? Nobody is doing comic hangouts anymore, it feels. Oh, there's tons of comic hangouts, right? That was the controversy like a month ago. There's tons of comic hangouts out there. If you like comic hangouts at night, check out FOC and Chill on Circumstances. I really like that show. Check out Comic Journey. He does Insomniac Theater. He does a super late show sometimes, randomly at times, like 6 hours long or more. Definitely check out Comic Journey. But, yes, we already got some stuff planned, including some one-on-one chats with me and some other YouTubers coming up in 2025. They're already in the works, Sycotron. Hydra Asylum, what is up, man? How you doing? I hope to join you one day on one of your Saturday night shows, man. Let's see if we can make that work. And maybe we can have you be one of the Hydra Asylum, you and Sean, Jay and Sean, maybe you can come on to have a conversation at some point in 2025. Omega Slice Comic says, did I miss it or is it starting? Bruh, it's always starting. You never missed it. Here we go. Shit ain't even started yet. Sycotron says, he's just singing right now. It's neither starting or ending. He's just singing. I am singing. It was super chat, so there you go. Jim Mint Collectible says, same music from when Kramer and Frank are trying on the bras. The bro. What's up, Jim Mint? Good to see you, man. We need to get together and do something again soon, man. I miss you, homie. I love your Seinfeld love, man. That's something we have in common. Maybe we should have like a top 5 Seinfeld episode show or some shit like that. And we got another super chat from Eddie Von B. That's 2 out of 5. That's right. 3 more $5 super chats or more to hit our goal. We're going to open up this dirge and maybe even more. It says, scary Christmas to my brother in horror. A Christmas boo from me to you. All right, sicko, close your ears because we're about to do it again. And this time I want everybody to sing along. Let's go. Y'all know the words. Come on. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who had the sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. And now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! Now he fights with the fish who's a man named Abe. In fact, let's reverse that. And now he fights with a fire starter named Liz. And an ectoplasmic mess named Johann. PPRD. Yeah. Thank you so much, Eddie Von B, for the $5 super chat. 3 3 more super chats, $5 or more, and we hit our goal for the night. Thank you all so much for being here. Eddie, I really do appreciate that. Let's take a look back at the chat. Choose Violence says, Zach number 2. Oh, I was thinking of a different list. Oh, I think we were thinking of the same list. Kelly's number 1, Zach number 2. Then probably Lisa. Then Slater. Then Leah Remini's character. Then Jesse. Then Tori. Y'all remember Tori? Tori was rough. But then it gets down like, who's last on the list? Mr. Belding or Screech? As far as sex appeal, who's last? Mr. Belding's last. I guess Screech gets one right over. But that's slim pickings at the tail end there, the Saved by the Bell crew. I mean, Max from the Max would be above them. Max would probably even be above Tori. I hated Tori. I hated Tori so much when I was a kid. I can't rate the sex appeal of Good Morning Miss Bliss, though, because I think they were way too young. Eddie says, Hydra Asylum has a great comic chat Saturdays at 9 p.m. We went until 4 a.m. last night. All right, I would love to be on that show, but I ain't going to be there till 4 p.m. or 4 a.m. I'll tell you what. Though last night I stayed up way later than I intended to because I watched Saturday night's main event. Like, that was just, I have not watched wrestling in a while. To let you know, any wrestling fan, how long it's been since I've actively watched wrestling. The last time I actively watched wrestling, WWE, was when Cody Rhodes was Stardust. I don't know how long ago. I think it's been like 10 years, maybe like 12 or something, right? I was watching around the era when like the Shield was forming and Seth Rollins like first betrayed his members of the Shield. Is it Daniel Bryan had won WrestleMania? He'd won the championship. Like, that was the last era that I was really watching. But Saturday night's main event came back last night. It was on Peacock. I have access to Peacock, so I said, you know what? Let's watch it. And I watched the whole damn thing. I was only intending on maybe watching like the first 30 minutes or so. I watched the whole goddamn thing. I loved it. I loved all the callbacks. I loved Jesse Ventura being there. I loved the gate guardrails they were using. I love the ring they were using. I love the logo they were using. I love the belt. They brought back the belt with the wings and shit. Like, I don't know, it fit my nostalgia, but at the same time, really exciting matches, man. Now, I saw a YouTube video today. They were kind of complaining about some of the matches, about being very predictable and this and that. And they were like, well, I just feel like Triple H was just trying to set this up to like bring in some new fans or some lapsed fans or something. And I think that's exactly what they were trying to do. And it worked, at least here with me. I'm very kind of thinking about watching Raw this week. So I'm really freaking excited, honestly. Like, I liked it. I thought that the Cody Rhodes and was it Keith Owens? I thought their match was really cool. I liked that. I loved the stuff that happened after they went off the air, because I saw that today because it was all up in my social feed where Triple H came out because KO had done like a pile driver, which like, whoa, what? So that was cool. That was a cool match. I can't remember her name. So what's her name that won the first ever U.S. Women's Championship? I thought that was a cool match. I really liked the first match. I didn't know who the two fucking dudes were, but I liked that match. The triple threat match for the championship or the world championship. So now the world championship and the undisputed championship is different. I don't fucking know. I've been out of it for a while. I think that was even in effect when I was watching like 12 years ago, but I don't know. For the most part, I watched in the 80s and the late, like in the 90s. Like it was basically the golden age that I was aware of, which is the second half, I guess, of the golden age. And then the Attitude Era. That's where like, that was my bread and butter as far as WWE/WWF went. But I don't know, man. I really liked the matches last night. My favorite match was the Liv Morgan and, I cannot remember the person who was going up against her. I've seen Liv Morgan before, but I've never actually watched her perform. First of all, she is hot as shit. Second of all, that was a really fun match. I really liked it. I liked the callbacks. I liked the throwbacks. I liked the spotlight on the new talent. At least new talent for me. They've probably been there forever. Cody Rhodes has come a long way since Stardust. Hasn't he? Hasn't he? Anybody else watch Saturday's main event? Saturday night's main event last night? I loved it. Loved it. Hydra Asylum says, love to have you and Fable and anyone else, brother. You and Bearded Comic Bro were our inspirations. Well, let's keep Greg's name out of it, right? No need to really fucking, Anthony says, fan of Resident Evil? Not really. I'm not a fan of the movies, though I do love part 3, Resident Evil Afterlife. I think it's actually a really good movie. I think that's part 3, or is it Extinction? Extinction is part 3. Whatever the third one is, where they're in the bus in the desert. I think that's Extinction. I really like that movie, right? So aside from that, the games, I've never really played them. There's not the kind of games that I like to play. But when the first couple came out, my homies liked to play those, including Brooks, right? And Brooks and our homies would play that game, and I would just watch it. Right? And I remember at one point in Resident Evil, and these fucking zombie dogs jumped through the window. It scared the shit out of me. It's one of the biggest jump scares of my life. Not as big as the jump scare from Smile. That one always fucking gets me. Hail the Trivia King. Eddie Von B says Hydra Asylum. Nice. Speaking of trivia, I won yet again trivia on Blood Splatter Chatter for our Friday the 13th show. I think I've won every bit of trivia that we've done on that show yet. So I got a Jason mask on the way, custom made from Verno. I picked the one from part 5. Very excited to show it off to you guys when I get it. The Reckoning, what is up? It's called A Man's Ear, says James. Zigotron says, woo, we got 2 out of 5 catchy lyrics. Keith Owens. Yeah, not Kevin Owens. I don't know who these fucking people are anymore, man. William says, last time I watched WWE, China was there. The Attitude Era was the shit, man. I love the Attitude Era. Fan of King of the Hill? I used to watch a little bit back in the day. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a fan. I don't mind it, though. Hey, we got Billy Powermax in the house. What's up, man? Long time no see. How's your comic doing, man? I love seeing everybody sing along with the Hellboy song. When your song originated, when was the first time you won it? When it was the first time a song, like you're talking about the Hellboy song, Raphael? The first time I did that song was a few years ago, and it's actually, that bit is clipped out. So if you typed in on YouTube, Pop Culture Philosophers Hellboy song, the very first time I sing the song is there, and the very first time I sing the song, it's off the dome. And then I did it like a couple more times, and then the lyrics kind of cemented. So if any of the mods out there can take the time real quick to go to YouTube and type in Pop Culture Philosophers Hellboy song, find that video and drop the link in the chat, that would be awesome. Chill Out Man says, Jesse, my number 1, then Tori, then the twins. That was always in the background. Tori's your number 2? Really? I don't know. I didn't like Tori. James says Cody was Stardust from 2014 to 2016. All right, so it must have been 10 years ago when I watched it last. We got a super chat from Pete. My first super chat has to go to Robbie. Thank you for being an awesome host. In other news, I picked up that MF Doom cereal box from Super 7. So freaking cool. Well, celebrate Pete's very first super chat. Also, that's 3 out of 5. 2 more super chats of $5 or more. And we unlock opening up this Dirge action figure from Transformers. This one goes out to you, my man. He's just singing, man. He's just singing. Let's bring out Uncle Scrooge. Let me tell you about this little man I know. It's Uncle Scrooge, yo. He was crazy rich, sir. He never wanted nobody to take his lucky dime. He didn't know if he had the time to raise his nephews up into their prime, but he did. Huey, Dewey, and Louie, you know, the DuckTales crew is never gonna go. Now they're out seeking the treasure. Shit! That NES game was pretty fucking cool to me. But if you think that I haven't forgot, Orton. The real only one I ever wanted to see. Jason! Woo! That was weak. That was weak. That was weak. That's what you get for $5 Canadian. Thank you so much, Pete. We really do appreciate it. 2 more super chats at $5 or more. We're opening up this dirge tonight, y'all. Come on. I know we can hit that goal. Anthony says, wrestling has been very good overall recently. That's what I've heard. I've heard that since Vince has been out, Triple H has kind of taken over the creative reins. I've heard it's been really good. So, I don't know, when Saturday night's main event popped up, I was like, you know what? I want to fucking watch this. They got Jesse Ventura on there, and I love how he just comes in. He's still just the heel announcer. Super fun. He's like, this snake that this coat was made from is named Damien. I'm like, that was Jake the Snake Roberts Snake. That was the one that fucking, was it Earthquake that killed him? Who was the one that killed Damien? Oh, it was gnarly cool. I think it was Earthquake. I could be wrong, though. Sycotron says, oh, we got 3. That's right. That's right. Chill Out Man says, bro, me and Fan watching Randy Orton and Gunther reruns right now. Let's go. Yeah, I did. Randy Orton apparently is a fucking... That reminds me, Jelani made a startling revelation on Monday saying that the only dude he would ever have sex with would be Randy Orton. And I'm thinking that's a Jelani KO out of nowhere. Fable says, can't wait till they move to Netflix. Man, fuck that, dude. I don't want to fucking have Netflix. Fuck Netflix. Fuck Netflix, man. They couldn't handle all the hype on the fucking Tyson Paul fight. You think they're going to be able to handle Monday Night Raw? I don't know. We'll see. I think Peacock's been doing just fine. And I'm going to be sad because we got 16 more days and then all the fucking WWE content's off of Peacock. Because one thing I do love doing is watching the old school pay-per-views and shit. The old WrestleManias, the old SummerSlams, the old Royal Rumbles, Survivor Series, all that shit. Guess it will be on Netflix now. I hope so. We'll see. Fucking Netflix is a scam, man. That being said, as somebody who's really pissed because I just spent fucking $20 to get a Netflix subscription just to watch 5 episodes of Cobra Kai, because everybody who had me on their Netflix, I just keep getting kicked fucking off of it. So I went ahead and buckled and got a Netflix subscription, which I don't want, just to watch the last 5 episodes of Cobra Kai, the second part, season 6, which I thought was really cool. Mostly the tournament stuff. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Didn't like it as much as the first 5 episodes of season 6, but I did enjoy Cobra Kai. These newest 5 episodes, and there's 5 more dropping in February to wrap it up. But I may just keep Netflix now just to fucking have access to they just pulled me back into goddamn wrestling. Fuck. We need these super chats. 2 more super chats of $5 or more. We'll open up the dirge and I get my Netflix subscription for another month. Which will mean more wrestling talk here on Rockin Robbie Live. Omega Slice says, on the way to pick up Ultimate X-Men before they close. I really liked the newest issue of Ultimate X-Men. I think it's been getting better. Pete says, I want to see that Transformer. Hell yeah. I think they're trying to put AEW out of business. WWE has been trying to put everybody out of business since it pretty much Vince took over, right? Eddie says, I remember Saturday night's main event always started with that Obsession song. Always pumped me up as a kid. Yeah, and they used the song again. Obsession. Bum, 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 bum. They use that song in Maxine, don't they? Comic Cinephile says, huge wrestling fan, and Saturday night's main event was totally nostalgic. I agree. I had a lot of fun with it, to be honest with you. And dude, that Liv Morgan chick is hot as fuck, dude. fuck, dude. I'm serious, man. Anissa says, if someone sends a 4th super chat, I'll send the 5th. Let's hit that goal. Well, all right. Anissa has laid it out. 2 more $5 super chats. Basically just 1 more. Anissa's already claimed the 5th one. 1 more $5 super chat. We unlock that. I keep Netflix for another month. Fable dropping the link for the very first Hellboy song. And that song, that's off the fucking dome. And you'll notice that the lyrics are slightly different, but I was just riffing, and we had a lot of fun with it. Chill Out Man says, Robbie, Tori could fix a car, bro. Come on. Dude, you're right about that. Dude, let me tell you something. My girlfriend, she's the one that can fix a car. She's the one that can do home maintenance and home improvement stuff. She's the one that can use tools. I'm just like, hey, will you come over here and help me drill this shit into the wall? My brain is my muscle. Oh, I was sick this last week. I'm totally over it now, I think, but I still am dwelling with some drainage, I think. Eddie Von B says, I'm twerking to Hellboy Scrooge. Get that picture out of your head. Sigatron is dancing. Hell yeah. One Collection Down says, there's a Bad Batch version too. I should upload that one. You should. Yeah, man, I remember that, but I don't really remember what I said. Yo, we got Brian LCS in the house. What is up, my man? How you doing? The man that puts on the CBC Awards every single year. We still love him, even though I didn't win anything this year. No hard feelings. It's not like he has anything to do with it. Just, we're not going to hold it against him. I'm not going to get upset. Anyway, moving on. Good to see you, Brian. Go check out his channel. He does this cool, breakfast show. Really cool stuff. So, Robbie, who's your favorite Superman baddie and why? My favorite Superman baddie is Lex Luthor. And it's Lex Luthor, and that may be a generic answer, but I like it because Superman is this all-powerful, godlike alien come to Earth, but he completely always gets bested and outsmarted by a human who's just super smart, right? Lex Luthor. I love Lex Luthor. He's my favorite DC villain right behind Darkseid. And I don't consider Darkseid a Superman bad guy. I figure Darkseid is a constant in the DC universe. But so my favorite Superman villain would be Lex Luthor. And then after that, probably Brainiac, Cyborg Superman, Parasite, and Mixes-Pitalik. Let's go with that. Netflix equals no censorship. You think so, bruh? You think so? You think we're really going to get back into Attitude Era shit? I don't know. I don't know about that. One cool thing is, would Netflix not have commercials if you have the commercial free? Because one thing about Saturday Night's Main Event that sucked last night were the fucking commercials. So already my Peacock comes with commercials. Then there are commercials embedded in the fucking program. Then there's moments during the main fucking event with Owens and Rhodes. They're they go picture in picture and they fucking, it felt like 8 minutes of fucking commercials while the match is going on. What the fuck? That really pissed me off. I'm sitting there drinking beer at 1:30 in the morning, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? Do you think Mike Mignola would let you sing on a future Hellboy movie? Bruh, how fucking funny would that be if I got a gig in a Hellboy movie to be there, like Hellboy goes to karaoke bar and I'm up there let me tell you about this little man I know. I would fucking love that. That would be dope as shit. Chill Out Man says, wait, WWE's leaving Peacock? Yes, they're leaving Peacock at the end of the year and moving to Netflix. All right, Mike is correcting me here, though. He does say WWE pay-per-views will be on Peacock until the end of 2025. Nice. And Mike also says, yeah, Earthquake's the one that killed Damien. It wasn't real, right? It was hamburger meat in a fucking stocking, a silk stocking or something like that. Speaking of silk stocking, do you remember that show? Silk Stockings on USA? Hell yeah. Just to watch that like a motherfucker. Hydra Asylum says, if you click on the I'm traveling and have that person answer the email, Netflix will work for a bit. Not that we do that or anything. Yeah, the problem is the people who own the account are not always there to like do it for me. So I just fucking buckled down, and honestly, this is what happened. The Netflix account that I had access to just randomly started working, right? So I watched the first 2 episodes of the second part of season 6 of Cobra Kai. And then later that day, I went back to watch the final 3, and it kicked me out again, and I couldn't get in touch with the fucking person. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. These 3 episodes of Cobra Kai are worth $20 because yeah, I did the fucking no commercials 4K one for some fucking reason, but I had to finish up Cobra Kai. I fucking love Cobra Kai so much. I love it. I love it so fucking much. Well, good to know that Peacock will still have the pay-per-views on there for the year. Now, Mike, will they have the new pay-per-views or simply just the old ones? Because that's what I've really been doing, is watching old school pay-per-views and shit. In fact, I've been thinking about doing like a thing where every so often I invite like homies over and we just watch like a SummerSlam from like 89 or 90 or some shit like that. Robbie, get a Fire Stick and hack it. Never pay. You can always find anything digital and online for free. Well, I can't sit here and tell you to pirate shit, right? Can I? But maybe I should. Mike says Netflix will still have Raw, just have Raw. So they won't even have SmackDown. They'll just have Raw, and it will still be TV 14. Hey, S. Vaughn 82 is in the house. What's up, Scotty? How you doing, my man? We got Matthew in the house. Eddie Von B says, I didn't get to watch the main event last night. Jay was holding me hostage in the asylum. You can watch it right now if you have Peacock. I mean, it's available. You can still watch it. I didn't watch it while it was live. Matthew wants to know, am I upset about Soto leaving the Yankees? No, I'm not. I'm not at all. I thought that was way too high of a price. When the Yankees paid that much for talent, it usually backfires. And so let that be the Mets' fucking pain in the ass. And now we have money to actually get what we need, which is some good pitching and maybe some good fielders for the infield. So we'll see what happens. So far, they've been making some good moves, I think. Chill Out Man says, I grew up on WWF. I'm old as fuck. Yeah, me too. We're not old, though. We're refined. We're refined. Robbie, she's a keeper. Yes, she is. Eddie says, Michael Cudlitz is the best Lex Luthor I've seen so far. What an amazing job and show. That's the Superman and Lois show. I haven't watched that. Hydra Asylum, who knows what he's talking about, says that's a really great Superman villain list. Well, thank you. Blood Splatter Chatter's in the house. Station, my man. How you doing? Good to see you here. DC villain ranking, says Chill Up Man. He's going Joker, Lex, Sinestro, True Darkseid. I go Darkseid, Lex Luthor, Brainiac, Sinestro is a really good one. Sinestro and maybe Two-Face. Two-Face or Bane. I would actually put them over the Joker. That's just me, though. Two-Face is my favorite Batman villain, but I feel like he still needs to be number 2. Doomsday. Doomsday Choose Violence is a good Superman villain, but I like Doomsday being the man. I like Doomsday, but I don't like Doomsday as much as Parasite. I think there's a lot more potential with Parasite than we get. Brainiac, Luthor. I do think there's a lot of potential with Metallo as well. I think Superman's got a really great rogues gallery. It just gets underutilized. But Doomsday's fine, and I just don't think Doomsday should be like somebody that you see a lot. Same thing like with Bane. Like Bane shouldn't always be there in Batman, right? Anissa says, honestly, that's a great answer to the best Superman villain question. The world's strongest alien, bested by a mere human. Great answer. Well, thank you so much. Sigotron says, Robbie singing on Hellboy would slap. Well, thank you. Matthew says, who do you think is the most prominent comic artist to debut since the year 2000? The year 2000. Who's the best comic book artist to debut since the year 2000? Wow. We got to think about that one. Because I don't want to think too recent. Because we're going back to 2000. All the ones that pop in my head first are actually from the 90s. So none of them. Since the year 2000. Phew. Since the year 2000. I mean, the most prominent. It's prominent as far as like, that's tough. Favorite artist since that debuted since the year 2000 might be somebody like Nick Dragata. Oh, I know. Hayden Sherman. How about that? Hayden fucking Sherman. I forgot Hayden. Hayden's probably my favorite right now. Two Gun Pedro with a $5 super chat. 4 of 5. One more $5 super chat. And we unlock opening up this dirge tonight. Two Gun says, show me what you're working with, Anissa. This one's for you, Two Gun. All right, we just need one more $5 super chat. We hit our goal. Let's do it, y'all. We're singing the Hellboy song proper. Let's do it. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who had a sex with a demon, but was raised by Professor Broom, and now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! Now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. And now he fights with a fire starter named Liz, and an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. BBRD. Thank you so much, Two Gun Pedro. Almost there. All right, Two Gun, we really do love you. You are the best. Let me heart that. Boom. All right, Bird is the word. Hi. Good to see you. So good to see you in the chat. Hello. I was just singing. This is what I do sometimes. Not a big deal, you know. It's just fine. How are you? It's good to see you, Bird. Chocos is in the house. What is up, my man? How you doing? Kitten Puke is in the house. What is up, dude? Good to see you so much in the chat lately. Eddie says, too much sausage in that list. Give me some Catwoman and Poison Ivy. I'm a big Talia fan myself. Raphael says, I don't think WWE will go Attitude Era again. They have too many sponsors to appease. I agree. Choco says, Brian Azzarello. That's a great writer that debuted post 2000, I think. Maybe just right before. 100 Bullets start right before that. Lupify says, Scotty Young. Scotty Young is a very prominent artist that has debuted since 2000. Raphael says, Ivan Reis or Yvonne Reis. I agree. That's actually a really good one. Greg Capullo and Fiona Staples would be my two favorites since 2000. Eddie Von B, the only problem with Greg Capullo is he's been in this industry since at least the early 90s, probably before that. But he did early Spawn. He did X-Force. So I don't know if we can count him. Matthew wants to know, will I be making a best of 2024 video? Yes, I'll be making a top 20 comics of 2024 video. My plan is to work on it next Sunday. That's why I don't think I'm doing another Rockin Robbie Live, because I'll probably be working on that. But right now, go check out Nick Comic Culture. If somebody could drop a link out to his chat or to his show or to the show in particular, to his channel or the show in particular. He just released his top books of the 2024 and really a solid list. So definitely check that out. Then we got Anissa with the $5 super chat. Her first. We have hit our goal, y'all. We're going to be opening up this dirge. We have hit the goal. Now it's time to celebrate with a Hellboy song. And let's bring all of our homies out for this. All of our homies are out to celebrate you, Anissa, and you, PCP Army, for helping us reach our goal. Hell yeah. Everybody, let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who had a sex with a demon, but was raised by Professor Broom, and now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! And now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. And now he fights with a fire starter named Liz, and an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. BPRD. Yeah! Everybody has come out to thank and appreciate the PCP Army for helping us reach the Super Chat goal tonight. Thanks come from Onslaught, Uncle Scrooge, Mega Man, Jason Voorhees, Iron Man, Mario, Captain America, Bowser, Batman, Thanos, Joker, and of course, Venom. And of course me, Rockin Robbie. Station. All right, Anissa wants to know, most anticipated movies of 2025 or most wanted comic to be adapted into a movie. Most wanted comic to be adapted into a movie is Madman, the Mike Allred book. I would love to see Madman accurately translated into film. I don't know how possible that is, but that would be great. My most anticipated movie of 2025, though, and I'd really have to kind of look at the list and really scour it, but off the dome, there's two big ones. Number one, there's a Fantastic Four movie coming out. Maybe this is the time they get it right. I don't know. I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan. They've never made a great Fantastic Four movie. I appreciate all the ones that have been released for some form or fashion. Even the last one by Josh Trank and even the first one by Roger Corman and then the Tim Story ones. But they're not great movies. So I hope that this one's good. But actually, honestly, that's not the movie I'm the most hyped for this upcoming year. The one I'm really excited for, I cannot wait to see a trailer, cannot wait to get any kind of first look. Anytime there's a look or news, I'm all about it. It's Superman. I think the world is ready for a really good Superman movie. I think James Gunn's going to give it to us, and I'm very, very pumped for Superman. Silhouette says, since the Superman trailer is coming this week, well, I didn't know it was coming this week. That's fucking awesome. What are you guys hoping to see in it? Or just what do you want from the trailer? I want it to show me David Cornsweet in action as Superman. I want to see some of the other characters. I want to see action, and I want to see a vibrant, hopeful, optimistic tone, right? That's what I want. Thank you, Bird. Oh, Daniel Warren Johnson. How could I forget Daniel Warren Johnson? One of the best artists of the modern era, for sure. Jorge Corona as well. Eddie says, I like his 2000s Batman, speaking of Greg Pulo, and that's why I listed him. This and Rules is what are made to be broken. Hell yeah, you're right. That'd be cool if you made the top 20 list during the Rockin Robbie Live. No way, though. Jenny Frizen. Well, Jenny Frizen is just a cover artist. I don't know. When I think of like best comic artist, I think of like sequential artists. Has Jenny done interiors? Favorite Valiant comic? Bloodshot Unleashed, written by Dennis Camp, with artwork by John Davis Hunt. Thank you for being here, Silhouette. Yeah, Daniel Warren Johnson's a really good one. Mike says, SmackDown's on USA, Raw's going to be on Netflix, NXT's going to be on WB, pay-per-views on Peacock, all new and old episodes of Raw and NXT won't be on Peacock. Peacock will have all old and new pay-per-views until 2025. Well, thank you so much, Mike. I knew that I could count on you. I almost messaged you last night after I watched the main event, but it was like 2 a.m, so I didn't. But I probably could have, to be honest, knowing your schedule. But yeah. 28 years later from Missing Link. What is up, Link? Dude, very excited to have you on tomorrow night for our final PCP movie night of the year, ending Van Damme December with Street Fighter. That was such a fun revisit. Hydra Asylum says, one of my favorites isn't too well known. He does a lot of indie comics. Check out Brian Belando's work. Chocos loves Lee Bermejo. Eddie Von B says, Universal's release of Bride Frankenstein, I'm cautiously optimistic. Fable says, I think WrestleMania 41 will be on Netflix. Mike, what do you know about that? Chill Out Man says, Fantastic Four doesn't have to be a good movie for me. Just do Doctor Doom justice. I don't know if Marvel can do that, but we'll see. I have hopes. I'll go into it with an open mind. Icy Cold Milk, what is up, my dude? Icy Cold Milk saying, do we know who the bad guy in the movie is going to be? Are we talking about Superman? I believe the bad guy in Superman is listed as the Engineer. Kind of like an Authority tie-in, maybe. Steph says, I want to see Guy Gardner in action. You're going to see him. You're going to see him in the Terrifics. That's going to be neat. As far as Fantastic Four, I think the villain is meant to be Mole Man and Red Ghost. I think they cast, I could be wrong, but I think they cast John Malkovich as the Red Ghost, and I think they cast Stingray from Cobra Kai as the Mole Man. Jay Frizz. Choose Violence says, I want to see not Creature Commandos jokey. I haven't seen Creature Commandos, but I figured that would be more jokey. Superman hopefully will have that, like, I don't know, I hope it has the right tone. Mike says, I was up. When did Trad Moore debut? Trad Moore, that's a good one too. Trad Moore's another great artist since 2000. She did Catwoman interiors. Interesting. All right. Danny is another one of my favorite artists since 2000. Mike says, Mania 41 is on Peacock for USA and Netflix for the rest of the world. So Fable, looks like you ain't getting access to WrestleMania if you just got the Netflix. So Netflix is just Raw? Man, that's some bullshit. But Pat McAfee is going to be coming back, right? I liked his commentating yesterday with Michael Cole. I thought that was cool. Is Guy in the Superman movie? Yes, Guy is in the Superman movie. So is Mr. Terrific. So is Hawk Girl. So is Metamorpho. Anissa says, Marvel is ruining it by bringing back old actors. It ruins it for the new people. It seems cash grabby. I hate it. I would say that I agree with that, but I do believe that this is maybe their final hurrah, and then they're going to try to relaunch or reboot into something new. So if it's like the final like encapsulation of everything, I think it makes sense, but I don't know. Like I would have rather have had like Cillian Murphy as Dr. Doom instead of Robert Downey Jr. But that's just me. Choose Violence says, I finally read Absolute Superman neck and neck with Absolute Batman. I like Absolute Wonder Woman better than both. But out of the three, Absolute Superman's my least favorite, but I do still like all three. Choco says, Jorge Jimenez and Jorge Corona. Hell yeah. Dr. Doom's fan club is in the house. Station. All right, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, DC Sneak Peek and even more here on Rockin Robbie Live. Hey everybody, Rockin Robbie here, and I want to talk to you about Big Mix Vintage Video. Right now in Huntsville, Alabama, you can go and rent movies from an actual video store. Now this is run by my good homie of over 20 years, David. So go let him know that PCP sent you. This dude's got over 18,000 movies. That's right, he's got DVDs, he's got Blu-rays, he's got 4Ks, hell, he's got VHS and Laserdisc. He's got an exceptional collection of your favorite filmmakers, your favorite film franchises, and he really specializes in hard-to-find, unheard of horror movies. This dude is where it's at. He's my go-to source for those hard-to-get movies that I don't want to spend a freaking bundle on Amazon or eBay to get. It's just a nice old school kind of vibe when you go in. One of the best video stores I've ever been at. If you're in Huntsville, Alabama, go to 309 Dallas Street and check out Big Mix Vintage Video. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook, and you can email them at bigmixvintage@gmail.com. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pop Culture Philosophers, Rockin Robbie Live in particular, and now I have an echo in my... There we go. We're just going to turn that for a moment. We're going to turn that off. Anyway, welcome back to Pop Culture Philosophers, Rockin Robbie Live. I am your host, Rockin Robbie Bills. We've had a great show already tonight. Join us on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, follow Pop Culture Philosophers, and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. Also, you can follow me on X at the Rockin Robbie. If you want to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP patrons right there. We've already hit our super chat goal, so thank you so much for that. But if you do want to support the channel with the super chat, those are always welcome. Because we hit that goal, we're going to be opening up this Dirge not too long from now. Very exciting. Coming up, we got the DC sneak peek. We got the reveal of the 2025 January and February PCP movie night lineup. A little bit of show and tell. All that and more still to come here on Rockin Robbie Live. Though all the support we need is a like, a share, and a subscribe. And of course, participation in tonight's show. Coming up here on the channel, we're ending this year with a bang. Or should I say, a pop, pop, boom. That's right, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. We're ending Van Damme December and the 2024 PCP Movie Night season with Street Fighter starring Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia. On Thursday night, be sure to be here on the channel at 6 p.m. Central Time as we have a chat with Mark Spears, a good friend of mine who's been blowing up on the comic book world. And then Monday night, December 23rd, join us at 8 p.m. Central Time for the 7th annual Festivus live stream. We'll be erecting the PCP Festivus poll, airing our grievances, and declaring our feats of strength. Also, check me out Wednesday night over at 9 Panel Grid. I'll be joining them for Ink and Insights. It's going to be fun. Also, on Thursday night, I'll be over at Go Figure Reviews. And then on Sunday, I'll be at Blood Splatter Chatter. So we're ending with a big pop, pop, boom. We now pause for station identification. Let me see those stations in the chat right now. All right, we are back and we are ready to go. Let's take a look at the chat, see what's going up or going on. Mike06 says Pat will be back, talking about WWE Monday Night Raw, but he will be gone during college football because of his college game day host duties. That makes sense to me. Dr. Doom's fan club said Cillian Murphy would have been so juicy as Dr. Doom. I agree. We got stuck with Robert Downey Jr. somehow. Why not, I guess? I mean, I'm not going to really judge it till I see it, but it sounds like desperation to me. However, we shall see what happens. Eddie says, I knew about Fillion, and I think that's a perfect casting, but I didn't know what was happening in the Superman movie. And Steph says, yeah, Guy is the first Lantern out of the gate of the new DCU. Hell yeah. Jokos, you're right. DC sneak peek coming right up. Kid and Puke says, anyone reading The Moon is Following Us? I am, and I fucking love it. Such a great book. New issue out this week. Steph says, Gunn knows how to put some respect on Guy's name. Maybe, we'll see. Hydra Asylum says, yeah, he's part of the Lord Tech with Hawk Girl, Terrific, and I think Metamorpho will be on the team too, but I'm not sure. Yeah, they're going to be on the same team together. It's basically the Terrifics, but without Plastic Man, it's Guy Gardner instead. And Hawk Girl. Everybody smoke them if you got them. Choco says David Lopez and Bruno Redondo, talking about some of his favorite artists since 2000. Absolutely. Good, solid artists. Bruno Redondo is on the new issue of Wonder Woman this week, which we'll be talking about here in just a second. Chill Out Man says, I believe Bobby Roode would make a good Dr. Doom. I don't know who Bobby Roode is. Is that the son of Ravishing Rick Rude? Who is that guy? He looks like a wrestler. Oh, yeah. I don't know about a wrestler for Dr. Doom, man. We didn't actor. Steph says, Rossmo can be hit or miss for me, but I'm digging it on Moon. It helps Daniel Warren Johnson handle some of the art duties. Yeah, Riley Rossmo finally is put on a book that fits his style. It's been a few years since that has happened. Love seeing everybody's stations out there. Tom says, did you watch the Witcher 4 announcement trailer? Nah, I don't know anything about the Witcher. But Fable saw it, and he's pumped. So that's cool. All right, y'all. It's time to get into it. DC's got comics out this week, believe it or not. I've already read them. And now it's time for your official DC sneak peek. All right, coming in, we got John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America, issue number 11. This is the final issue of the series, and I do appreciate that the series is wrapping up right now. Cy Spurrier has been doing a great job with the character. This is totally in the vein of the typical Vertigo Hellblazer book, and now that Vertigo is going to be back proper in 2025, maybe we're going to get a solid Hellblazer comic in Vertigo, right? Cy Spurrier, though, and Aaron Campbell have been doing a fantastic job on this book. This is a great issue. It wraps up the series in spectacular finish, but I am happy that this is wrapping up because I do feel like this story's been pushing on a little bit too long, and I would like shorter focused stories, but this was a really great wrap up to what's been a really cool John Constantine book. Then we got Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night Returns, issue number 4, the penultimate issue. Last year, Jeff Parker and company did this book, Batman teaming up with Santa Claus, and it was fun, and it was cute, and it had a lot of charm. This is the follow-up, and it's not as good. It's okay. It's got some interesting things, but it doesn't really quite keep my attention the way that the first volume did. So issue number 4 kind of went along that same route for me. It's just all right, but there's only one more left. Why not stick it out? A great holiday read. Batman Superman, World's Finest is here with issue number 34. This book has taken a steep decline since Dan Mora has left. Now, I love the fact that Dan Mora's on Superman right now and on Justice League Unlimited. Those books are fire. World's Finest, though, without him, has started sinking for me. This is a one-shot issue focusing on a team-up between Jimmy Olsen and Batgirl, Ace the Bat Hound, and Crypto the Superdog. And I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. The art's okay, but it's just, without Dan Mora, there's something missing in this book. And I might be done with it, y'all. I might actually be done with World's Finest. Then we got an all-new Challengers of the Unknown, issue number 1, written by Christopher Cantwell with artwork by Sean Izaakse. Art's all right. It's decent. It's not a bad book. It's intriguing. It's got some interesting moments. Like, Mr. Terrific sets the Challengers of the Unknown, who are kind of like the maintenance people and the investigators on the Justice League satellite. Like the Question, right? Renee is basically like the sheriff, but they're the ones investigating scientific anomalies and stuff like that. And since Darkseid has been passed on to the next level of existence, there are some anomalies that have been popping up, and Terrific sends the Challengers after them. It's interesting. It's got some cool bits, but it doesn't do a good job of introducing a new audience to the Challengers of the Unknown. I feel like it leaves a lot to be desired for a first issue introduction, but it was all right. It had some cool bits. All right. Then we got Jenny Sparks with issue number 5. Same thing as I've been saying. Tom King is writing a book that I'm annoyed with until I'm actually reading it. When I actually read it, I enjoy it. But then when I'm done, I start thinking about it, and I just get slightly annoyed as, why do we have Jenny Sparks? I don't like it when the Wildstorm characters are forced into the DC universe. Now, this is DC Black Label, so it's separate from all that. That's fine. It's just, it's not vibing with me on that level. But as I read it, it's actually well crafted. It's interesting. It's cool. The artwork by, is it Jeff Spokes? Yeah, Jeff Spokes' artwork is amazing. I guess I like the book. I'll be damned, I like the book. All right, then we got Action Comics here with issue 1080. We were shorted a bunch of our copies, so I had to grab this variant cover, which is actually pretty cool. Reminds me of some Walt Simonson energy right there. But Action Comics, this is part 11 of the Phantom story, and it's good. I like it. It feels like it has been going on too long, though. I feel like this story could have been a little bit shorter, but aside from that, I'm enjoying it. Mark Waid's doing a great job. Kev Walker's back. He's doing a solid job. Or Clayton Henry is back. My bad. Clayton Henry is back with the art. It's fine, but we're reaching the climax of the story, and the Supergirl story is okay, too. All right. Then we got the Green Lantern, Green Arrow, World's Finest Special. This is a one-shot, $5.99 by Jeremy Adams and Lucas Meyer. And it's all right. This is going back to the hard-traveling heroes days of Green Lantern and Green Arrow. Ollie and Hal on the road. It's back in that with their first, never-before-revealed confrontation with Deathstroke. So it's interesting, and it's cool, and I like it, but it doesn't really have any ramification for anything, right? Like, this is going to be a very big week because next week is Christmas. So the next couple weeks are going to be lighter in what's coming out. So they're just kind of putting stuff out a lot of stuff out this week. So this is probably going to get buried in the shuffle. It's not important to what's going on in Green Arrow or Green Lantern. It's just its own book, a nice one-shot, a nice one-and-done story. But overall, like, it could have, I don't know, it just didn't feel like if you're a big fan of continuity, there's no reason for it. But if you're a fan of those hard-traveling heroes days, it adds an extra dimension or layer to that, I guess. Then we got Wonder Woman, issue number 16. Bruno Redondo on the artwork in here. This is basically Detective Chimp going after the Sovereign and being an ass about it. And it's funny, and I love it. And Wonder Woman has become one of my favorite DC books this year. Tom King is killing it. I think he's doing a great job with this book. I love this story. I love the origin of Trinity. I love how it's all worked out. I really like Wonder Woman. Issue number 16 was a really cool spotlight on Detective Chimp that I had a lot of fun with. The Question, All Along the Watchtower, issue number 2. Looks like the Eradicator is back. There has been a potential attack/murder on the JLA or JLU, I guess I should say, satellite. And the Question is basically the sheriff. She's the Odo of the space station, if you will. And it's all right. It's decent. It's cool. It's got this nice, like, grounded kind of like detective story quality to it. It could be better, but to be honest, it's pretty solid. And I enjoyed this issue. I enjoyed issue 1. If you liked issue 1, no reason why you're not going to like issue number 2. I'm so draining right now. All right, then we got Plastic Man No More, issue number 4. Love that cover. This is the end of Plastic Man No More. I really enjoyed this book. It's been one of the best mainstream Christopher Cantwell books I've read. I like the ending. I think the ending is super solid, but I do feel like it's just a bit too truncated. Like, maybe this one deserved 5 issues to really kind of pad this out a little bit more. Not pad it out, but actually, I don't know, like, elevate it, have it have a little bit more weight. But the ending just felt a little bit rushed to me. I do like the events of the ending, but I feel like the road to get there in this issue happened very quickly. But all in all, I liked Plastic Man No More. If you're a Plastic Man fan, always been interested in that character, check this out. It's a really somber, tragic tale. I liked it. Nightwing is here with issue number 121. Dan Watters is writing Nightwing now. Doesn't feel like Nightwing is the right book for Dan Watters, but he's doing his best. I'm intrigued. It's an interesting story, an interesting mystery that's developing here. The artwork by Destrik Soy is pretty solid. I like it. It's unfortunate, I think, to put Dan on a book that's probably not his strong suit right after a historic run like Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo. So I feel like people aren't vibing with this as much as maybe they would if it was just a random Nightwing book in the midst of a bunch of mediocrity, but there's a lot of tough shoes to follow, and Dan Watters' strengths lie in different characters and different styles, I think. But I'm excited to see how that gets developed because there's some interesting ideas being played with. Then we got Dark Knights of Steel All Winter, issue number 6. The final issue of this series, but not the final issue of the series overall. All Winter has been great, and I think that All Winter is better than the original 12 issues of Dark Knights of Steel. I really do. This has been such a cool book. Great art, a great story, a great personification of an Elseworlds fantasy version of not only Deathstroke, but so many other characters, including Mr. Freeze. I loved this ending. The artwork is so freaking amazing in this book. And this has been, out of all the new Elseworlds books, one of my favorites. Then we got Batman and Robin, Year 1, issue number 3. Mark Waid, Chris Samney, when they work together, they can't do no wrong. Seriously, this book is so freaking cool. Some of the best art you're going to see. Chris Samney is another one of those amazing artists since 2000 in this industry. Batman and Robin And Alfred's dynamic, it's getting played with here in a really interesting, cool way. Two-Face is involved. All the early days of the Gotham Mafia are involved. This is such a cool book. I cannot wait to keep on reading this book. I wish it could never end, but year one has to end at some point. Then we got Absolute Batman issue number 3. My favorite issue of Absolute Batman so far. So much fun. We get a new twist on the new Batmobile, which I really like. More about Alfred, more about Black Mask, more about how this dynamic between Batman and his typical rogues gallery is a little bit different. But once again, what I love the most is Nick Dragata's artwork. There is such a respect and a reference to, say, it's like he's not putting as much like detail and toning as he did, say, Ghost Cage. So it would be wrong to say like Katsuhiro Otomo. It would be wrong to say it's Otomo influenced, but it is manga influenced, but also Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns influenced. And I like the way that those two things are working together. And I think that this was the most solid issue of Absolute Batman so far. Then my DC pick of the week, New Gods, issue number 1. We just had our friend Rom V on the channel. He was having some webcam problems, but he was still there with his audio. Me and Brian had a great conversation with Rom V talking about this book. It's so freaking good. Darkseid's dead now. There's now a prophecy that happens, and there is a new god that has been birthed that is prophesied to end the world, or to end the life of the new gods. So Highfather sends Orion to go kill this child. But Orion doesn't want to do that, but he knows he can't disobey Highfather, so then he gets Mr. Miracle wrapped up into it. Such a freaking good book. Evan Cagle on the artwork is great. You got Jorge Fornes in the very, very beginning there. Such a freaking cool book. As far as the art goes, the story hits a depth, it hits a level, and it's a great first issue and a really great book that is not aping Jack Kirby and what he did, but definitely honoring and respecting it, but blazing a new path forward. So, to recap, New Gods was great. Absolute Batman was super solid. Batman and Robin Year 1 was awesome. Dark Knights of Steel All Winter was awesome. Nightwing was pretty decent. Plastic Man No More was a pretty decent ending. The Question All Along the Watchtower, it's pretty good. Then we got Wonder Woman, solid book. I really like it. Green Lantern, Green Arrow, World's Finest Special. It's aight. Not super necessary, but it's interesting. Action Comics, maybe running a little bit long, but it's okay. Jenny Sparks. Am I annoyed with this book? Yes. Do I like it? Yes. I got to be honest. Challengers of the Unknown could have done a better job at introducing this concept to a new reader. But other than that, it was interesting enough. Batman Superman World's Finest, weak issue. It's losing me. Batman Silent Night Returns. It's a weak issue. It's all right. Hellblazer, Dead in America, final issue. Pretty freaking solid. That's been your official DC Sneak Peek. All right, now we're going to take a look at the chat. Okay. Robbie, what is Santa's wife's first name? I do not remember. All right, here we go. Silhouette saying, New Gods. Piz here saying, New Gods worth reading? Absolutely. If you want to know more information about it, check out the chat me and Brian had with Ron V on Thursday. Also had a really cool conversation with Tom Snagoski on Friday about the Herculoids book coming up. Chill Out Man says, staying on topic, could you imagine we don't see who's playing Doom and the performance is amazing and at the end of the movie it's Mario Lopez? That'd be great. Easy Reader says, what about Francisco Francavilla? We've been talking about some of the best artists since 2000. Francisco Francavilla is definitely one of them. I love that dude. Did Batman Gargoyle come out? No. No, it didn't. I think it's coming out next week or the week after. Yeah, Francavilla is great. I got to get a frame for my Francavilla print that I got from him. I bought it from him and had it signed by him when I met him. It's a Dario Argento print. I absolutely loved it. It's like Profondo Argento. But it's not 11 by 17. It's a different size. So I gotta measure it and get the right frame for it. I've had it sitting up there forever. It's so freaking dope. Steph says, great choice. Easy. Francavilla is a master. I agree. Unfortunately, nowadays, he's just a cover artist. I wish Black Beetle would come back. Calvin says, you always say that, Robbie. What do I always say, Calvin? I say a lot of the same shit all the time. Choco says, Francavilla is great. Also, Lee Weeks. Lee Weeks is great too, but he's been around since before 2000. Hydra Asylum says, I heard Robbie loves Tom King. I like Tom King. I met him. He's a cool dude. Steph says, King is great. Kelvin says, put Wildstorm with Vertigo. Just let Wildstorm be Wildstorm. Whether it's Vertigo or whether it's for like teenagers or whatever, I don't give a shit. Just let Wildstorm works better when it's Wildstorm. Like, honestly, the best Wildcats books, James Robinson, Alan Moore, Joe Casey, has nothing to do with the DC Universe. Doesn't need to be. Just being in the DC Universe, I feel like weakens the concepts of those characters. Fable says, I don't know anything about Challengers of the Unknown. I was thinking of picking it up. Is there something I can read first to get familiar? I guess you could read the post-metal book, maybe. That's probably more of a good introduction. But honestly, Fable, if I was you and you want to read Challengers of the Unknown, go read the Jack Kirby stuff. Everybody, station identification. We'll be right back. I'm going to go grab the book that you need to grab if you want to read Challengers of the Unknown. All right, I'm back from Studio B, and I forgot that I had the weird-ass echo on there. So, that's it right there. Jack Kirby, Challengers of the Unknown. This is the original stuff. This is pre-Fantastic Four, Jack Kirby, Challengers of the Unknown. And this, when you read it, you can totally see the influence that Jack Kirby's work on this book has on Fantastic Four. And then when we start having that conversation about who had more to do with Fantastic Four, Jack Kirby or Stan Lee, and you have read this book and realized that it came before Fantastic Four, you're going to say a lot of the energy of the Fantastic Four came from Jack Kirby, because it was all explored here in Challengers of the Unknown. Now, the new iteration is a little bit different, but for the most part, it's the same concept. But I would say, I guess, they did a Challengers post-metal or post-death metal book. I mean, you could probably want to start there, and I just don't feel like it does a great job of introducing these characters and this concept to a new readership. But if you are interested in Challengers of the Unknown, go to the source, Jack Kirby, Challengers of the Unknown. It's a $30 book. It's, what is it? 316 pages. Austin 316 pages. Definitely worth checking out. That's where I would go for Challengers of the Unknown. Chill Out Man says, if the book pisses you off, then I believe you like the book. Silhouette says, I wish James Gunn adapted Planetary into a high-budget animated series like Arcane. That would be fucking dope, Silhouette. Bloodsplatter Chatter's excited about 28 years later. Steph talking to Silhouette says, the world isn't ready for that, Silhouette, but that would be amazing. It would be like in a long form, like a 26. Oh, think about it. The typical anime like frame, right? 26 episodes of a Planetary animated series, basically adapting each issue. How fucking dope would that be? When are the books from December 25th and January 1st books being released? Day after or before? Day after. It's going to be the Thursday after. They're going to be small weeks, though, as far as I'm aware. But I could be wrong. Silhouette says, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of books. Yeah. It is a lot of books. I've already started. Oh, Chris Burnham's a good one, easy reader. I love Chris Burnham. His last issue he did issue 4 of TMNT. Fucking fantastic. I wish he could be the main artist on that book. My favorite work from him right now is Nameless with Grant Morrison. Yeah, a lot of books out this week. Tom says, and they wonder why the hobby is going away. $5 a book, $50 a week. Who can afford it? 50 books a week? More than 50 books a week. It's like 200 and something books a week. Counting everything. That's why I do what I do. To let you know what's worth reading. And what's worth waiting for. And what's worth skipping. You make your own decisions. But yeah, right. I mean, is the hobby dying? The hobby's been dying forever. You know? We're keeping it alive. As long as we're reading comics, people are going to keep making comics. We're going to keep reading them. That's just the way it is. That's the way it goes. BJ says, Robbie, why does every superhero need an origin? Every superhero needs an origin because we need to know where they came from. We need to know why they do what they do, how they decided to do what they do. I mean, origins are very important. And Steph says, everything has an origin, BJ. Absolutely. Choco says, absolute Batman description sounds like a great issue. I can't wait to read it. Yeah, they also make me really like the new Batmobile. So the new Batmobile is like just big ass dump truck thing. It's so stupid, right? And then at one point in this issue, there it is right there. At one point, Alfred's like, we need to go fast. There's no way this thing can go fast. Batman hits some buttons and it becomes like this fucking like dragster fucking, I don't fucking know how it works. It's so stupid, but it works for me and I like it. Keith is really looking forward to the new Gods book. It's worth looking forward to. Chill Out Man says, I refuse to believe Plastic Man is dying. There's no dying in comics. There's just no crying. Just like there's no crying in baseball. It's a DC Black Label book. So Plastic Man's not really dead. It's just it's not in continuity. Whose first name is Jessica? Did I say something wrong? Doesn't surprise me. Oh, Starscream with Super Chat. If this is the last show of 2024, happy holidays, man. Thanks for everything you do. Keep at it. That was your first Super Chat and a hefty Super Chat. Thank you so much for that. Bear with me. Station identification. I'm going to try to fix the audio. Check, check, check. Yo, can you hear me? All right. Starscream, you're the best. Thank you so much. This is for you. Everybody, let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is... He was sent to this earth some long time ago to save it all. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a... Come on. Sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights. Hell yeah, good job. Shit. And he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with a fire starter and an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. BBRD. Yeah! Hell yeah! Starscream. I want to karaoke for you. What's the song you want to hear? If I know it. I'll sing it. Give me 3 choices. Thank you for the super chat. All right, for the $20 Starscream, like I said, give me 3 song choices, preferably from the 90s. And if I know any of them, I'll do one of them. I'll do it a cappella for you. While we're waiting on Starscream to respond, we're going to do a taste test. The taste test is of a new Sprite. This is a limited edition holiday Sprite. And this is Vanilla Frost. Vanilla Frost Sprite. Already, I don't have high hopes. I'm not a fan of vanilla as a smell or as a flavor. I like Sprite. I don't see how vanilla is going to make Sprite any better. Usually when it comes to holidays and Sprite, I want a cranberry Sprite is what I want. But let's see what happens, y'all. It smells like a light and crisp, creamy, vanilla-y thing. Steph, it says, Vanilla Frost sounds pretty good. We'll see. Hold on. Holy shit. Dr. Doom's fan club. Facts, Robbie. White people ruin everything. All right. The first taste is like key lime pie, then like lemon cream. So that actually kind of works. Then it's got an aftertaste of like straight vanilla frosting. That I don't like as much, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest with you. It's not that bad. I don't know if I would like pound these back or nothing like that, you know? But that's way better than I thought it would be. So because it's something I thought would suck, and it's not. It actually has like a key lime, then a lemon cream kind of vibe to it. But then it does kind of have like that vanilla frosting aftertaste. That I don't like as much. But this is actually pretty solid. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 ya digs. Go Sprite. One more swig. Key lime, lemon cream, vanilla frosting. That's how it hits you. That's not too bad. That's worth trying. A cranberry Sprite is better. Everybody loves a Sprite with some cranberry, but that's actually not that bad, y'all. So there you go. All right, Starscream, where are you at? We want to hear, what do you want me to karaoke? Cyclotron says, the Hellboy song is so far in my head right now. Hell yeah, me too. Thank you all for singing along. Blood Splatter Chatter says, love a good Rockin Robbie tasting. Me too. Comics Chills here says, really enjoy your interviews with Joe Casey. Hoping you have him on again soon. Reading through his entire body of work, his short Hulk run is a hidden gem. Love his Cable and Wildcats too. I agree. It's such a wild thing to have been a super fan of Joe Casey and now basically be homies with him in a little bit of sense, right? At least the way that YouTube people can be homies. Joe Casey's great. He's on Substack now. You don't have to pay for it. He's been doing these weekly Substack posts, these like newsletters, basically talking about his X-Men run from like the late 90s along with Grant. Such cool stuff. Such cool stuff. Definitely worth checking it out. Can somebody, I'll throw out the link, Joe Casey Substack. You got to sign up. It's free. He's not charging you for it. It's thejoecasey.substack.com. I'll drop it right here in the chat. Boom. Also pinned at the top of the chat is my Amazon wish list if you want to send me a Christmas present. And if you send me one of those movies, it will be covered on PCP in some form or fashion. There are some softcore Skinamax movies on that list. Please, somebody buy me some of those. I will cover the fuck out of those. I cannot wait to be like, PCP movie night, we're watching Indecent Proposal or Indecent Affairs or some shit like that. All right, I don't know if Starscream's still... Oh, there he is. Zero Smashing Pumpkins, Zombie Cranberries. Oh, okay. You got me. You got me. Everybody go sign up to Joe Casey Substack, though. Let him know that PCP sent you. Comics Chill says Casey Substack has been excellent so far. His back matter material and the new Lieutenants of Metal is some great reading, too. He also has a new issue of Blood Squad 7 out this week. I've already read it, and I fucking love it. Joe is great, and you're right. His Hulk run, it's only like 6 issues. It's right after Peter David and right before John Byrne comes on. But, like, his 6 issues of Hulk are great. Joe Casey's amazing. His Deathlock series is great. Let me go grab that Deathlock book. Hold on. If anybody's never fucking read this shit, I talk about this fucking book all the goddamn time. If nobody has read this book, go to your comic shop, try to hunt down the issues. This trade paperback's a little bit harder to find, but the issues are easy to find, but you might have to dollar dive for them. His Deathlock series with Leonardo Manco is fucking awesome. So this trade has all the Cable and X-Force stuff that leads up to it, or Cable and X-Men stuff. X-Men did this run, like this M-Tech line. It was mostly bullshit, but it led to this amazing-ass Deathlock run by Joe Casey and Leonardo Manco. So fucking good. Like, you have no idea how good this fucking book is if you've never read it. It's absolutely top-notch shit. Joe Casey is the GOAT. He's such a great writer. And he's a co-creator of Ben 10, along with all of his man-in-action crews, Duncan Rollo, Steven Seagal, and Joe Kelly. Joe Casey's done everything, pretty much. X-Men, done a Fantastic Four run that I just read, Fantastic Four First Family. I just reread that with Chris Weston. We talked about that the last time. Joe's been on the channel like 3 times, I think. His Wildcats run, though, I think is the peak. Like his number one shit. He did Marijuana Man with Ziggy Marley and Jim Mahfood. He's got I think he did Code Flesh, right? He did Code Flesh, right? Also Rock Bottom, maybe? Really just, Joe Casey's done some amazing comic book work. There's a book called Bounce about a pothead superhero. That's really cool. He's done everything. He did a great run on action or Adventures of Superman. His Kneel Before Zod book was good, but cut short. Come on, y'all. Joe Casey. Give it up for him. And yes, Joe Casey will be on the channel again. And probably not too long from now. We need more Red Shoe Diaries. Fable says, I low-key used to watch Red Shoe Diaries as a kid. Yeah, I didn't do it low-key, bro. I'm proud of it. I love Red Shoe Diaries. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it, y'all. Is Red Shoe Diaries available? Hold on, I'm going to Amazon right now. I would love it if the series of Red Shoe Diaries was available. The movie's available. But I don't think the series is available in physical media. It used to be on Tubi. I used to watch it on Tubi. Well, shit. Well, regardless, I got some steamy-ass Skinamax movies on my Amazon wish list pinned at the top of the chat and dropped right there. If you want to send me a gift, pick something from that list. It will send it directly to me. All right. Let's open up this dirge, y'all. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much for the super chats tonight. We really do appreciate it. I'm a big fan of the Seekers. The Seekers are what got me back into Transformer collecting. I bought a Starscream, and I was like, I'll just get Seekers. Then I had to get an Optimus, then I had to get a Megatron, then it just grew from that. But every Seeker is amazing to me. And they did Ramjet and Dirge a few years ago, but they were like Amazon exclusives. Very expensive. They put Dirge out on its own, And Ramjet is coming in 2025. So sometimes, like, if you miss something and it gets expensive on the aftermarket, just have patience, y'all. It'll come back. Or it won't, and you'll be screwed like me with Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3 on Blu-ray. All right. There is the Dirge right there. He's pretty much like every other Conehead Seeker. We're going to cut these bondage chains. Bondage chains. What a weird way to say that, Robbie. Let's get him out of here. Yeah. I've had this for a minute. Super excited to be able to open it up here live on the channel. Let's get his little guns out. Come on. Come on out. I've got so many Transformers that need to be unboxed. So we're going to keep this going in 2025. Hell yeah. I love the Seekers. My favorite being Skywarp, second Starscream, then Thrust. I got a bunch of the G2 ones. I got Sandstorm. I got the G2 Ramjet. Ramjet's on his way, but there's Dirge right there, y'all. I have a whole shelf in my bedroom where my Transformers collection is in my bedroom. And I have a whole shelf for Seekers. And now Dirge gets to join. Thank you all so much for making this possible with all the super chats. Yeah, get him out of bondage. Ha! Whoops. All right. Seriously, though. Joe Casey's Deathlock. Such a fucking good book. This is a thing I really like doing. Like, somebody brings up something, I'll go grab it off the shelf or go into the other room. 2 books spotlighted tonight. Jack Kirby's Challengers of the Unknown. Joe Casey and Leo Manco on Deathlock. Rockin Robbie reads. I highly recommend them. Steph says, I have the first few issues of that Deathlock. I think it was only like 8 or 9 issues. There's not much of it, to be honest with you. All right, Zero or Zombie. I can do both of those. Let's do Zero. This is for you, Starscream. Speaking of Seekers. So Zero is one of my favorite Smashing Pumpkins songs. And it goes, my reflection, dirty mirror, there's no connection to myself. I'm your lover, I'm your zero, I'm the face in your dreams of glass. Save your prayers for when you're really gonna need 'em. Throw out your cares and fly. Wanna go for a ride. Everybody, you know it. She's the one for me. She's all I really need. Oh yeah. She's the one for me. Emptiness is loneliness, and loneliness is cleanliness, and cleanliness is godliness, and God is empty, just like me. Intoxicated with the madness, I'm in love with my sadness. Bullshit fakers, enchanted kingdoms, fashion victims chew their chocolate. I never let on that I was on a sinking ship. I never let on that I was down. And a little bit of a breakdown. Really fucking cool. So the song is so short, but it's so cool. And then it gets even better at the end when it goes, you blame yourself for what you can't ignore. You blame yourself for wanting more. She's the one for me. She's all I really need. Oh, yes, she's the one for me. She's my one and only. That's Zero by the Smashing Pumpkins. So there you go. Boom. Pop, pop. Anthony, I've never seen Gunbuster from the original Evangelion creator. I definitely got to check that out. Let's check that. Fuck yeah. Fable says, still waiting on that Ramjet release. Friggin' Hasbro. I know, man. They have already fucking got the mold. It's this with different fucking paint. Just put it out. It's this with white and red. Just put it out. Oh, is that just like him? A+? Thank you. Copyright strike. Yeah, it happened before when I did Losing My Religion. You blame yourself for wanting more. And he does this like growl. So fucking good. So fucking good. How about this one? Let's do you one better. Another head hangs slowly. Child is slowly taken. And the violence caused such silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me. It's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are crying. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Oh, 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 nah, nah, It's one of the few songs I can actually play on the guitar. Another's mother breaking heart is taken over. When the violence caused such silence, we must be mistaken. Everybody, it's the same old theme since 1916. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are dying. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Oh, 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 ah, 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 Boom, 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 boom. You want some Creed? Some fucking Creed? We're about to get into show and tell. And the PCP movie night reveal still has to happen. So, you want some Creed? I'll tell you what. At least $1 super chat, we're going to do some Creed. How about that? I'll do some fucking Creed. I'll do, not my favorite Creed song, but I'll do a popular Creed song. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, if I see $1 at least super chat, we're going to do some karaoke to Creed. Then we got the PCP Movie Night reveal for 2025, January and February, show and tell. And then we're going to wrap this bitch up. So we'll be right back here on Rockin Robbie Live.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do, that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
When I was a kid, we moved in right next to the neighborhood, and we walked there, like, literally I was like 11 or maybe younger than 11.
All right, we are on our way to the next place.
Yeah.
Do we see him?
I think it's going to be slowing down, maybe left.
That's not nope, that's not him.
Damn it. God, yeah, and it was one of those ones that, you know, it's like fucking loud.
Little bastards.
And we go down there and it's pitch black and there's no lights at all. Just this big alcove, and above there are like trees and like high areas back there that you can walk up to if you know how to get there.
Oh, it wasn't responding the way it was the last time.
Yeah.
Oh no, they hated it this time.
Yeah. But that's the thing, is experimentation. Trying out. Like,
I'm not judging you, brother, right? It's like
it was just weird when you were like, pull-ups.
Close Encounters.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm terrified of all ghost stuff, even though I don't believe in anything. But we're walking around and we hear loud as day. We hear, ah! Just one loud, piercing scream from the trees, and I immediately was like, I wanna go, 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 can we go, I wanna go, I wanna go, can we go, I wanna go, I wanna go,
Trying to do the photo shoot today. No Robbie, no Blake. May not happen. We'll see. base story of the house here. Let me be the last one on it. Found an orange ball after that orange orb encounter.
Say that again. I wasn't recording. I'm so serious.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious, y'all.
Are you really?
I am now. I'm so serious.
Were you recording any of it?
No, none of that.
I told the orange ball sigil story.
He did.
I know you did, and I told you. I'm so sorry I didn't film any of that.
How do we feel about what happened?
I don't want to go home tonight.
Let me know. You want to. What's your shot?
Try not to get a customer here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Come up to Trevor, right up in this little section right here.
Hey man, just get you. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rockin Robbie Live. Here in the final act, I had a special request for Creed karaoke. We will do Creed karaoke, I said, if we got one more super chat, at least of $1, but we didn't. However, we have 40 likes right now. So this is what's going to happen. We're about to have the PCP movie night reveal for January and February of 2025. We're about to do that. I'm going to do that. And I want to see one of two things happen. I want to see a super chat of at least $1, right? Okay? Or let's get to 50 likes for tonight's stream. Because right now, we're at 41. We just got one more. We get 50 likes or one more super chat, and we're going to do some Creed karaoke. In the meantime, just pay attention to all the stuff at the bottom. Look at these PCP patrons right there. We really appreciate it. The Patreon has really shrunk over the last year because we don't really do a lot of content there. But we always appreciate everybody that supports us there through Super Chats. It really helps us out. Who buys gifts. We got some more equipment that we'll be needing to fund for the next year. So that will be kind of a focus of January and February. But all the support we need is you being here every Sunday night, liking, sharing, subscribing, letting people know this is the hippest place to be, the freshest place to be on Sunday nights for Rockin Robbie Live. And it's been a while since we had a 2.5 hour plus show. So let's end this year's Rockin Robbie live season with a pop, pop, boom. I would say a bang, but that would be inappropriate. Where are we at right now on likes? We're at 49. We need one more like or one more dollar. What's going to happen first? All right, y'all still there? I had a glitch in the matrix. One more like or one more dollar, and we'll get some Creed karaoke going. But while we're waiting for that, do remember, PCP Movie Night tomorrow night ends the 2024 season and ends Van Damme December with Street Fighter. It's going to be a great show. I'll be on Ink and Insights on Wednesday night over at 9-Panel Grid with Stu and E. It's going to be really super fun. Everybody get ready for that. Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central Time, I'm having a conversation with my homie of over 20 years and one of the hottest artists in the biz right now, Mark Spears. And then next Monday on the 23rd, our 7th annual Festivus live stream. We'll be erecting the PCP Festivus pole, airing our grievances for the year, and showing off our feats of strength. I will also be on Go Figure Reviews after the Mark conversation for a live stream on their channel, their holiday live stream. I will also be on Blood Splatter Chatter on Sunday to do Masters of Horror. We're doing Incident on and Off Mountain Road by Don Coscarelli, and we're doing Dreams at Witch House by Stuart Gordon. So very excited for that. All right, we're about to get into the PCP Movie Night reveal, but before we do that, we haven't hit 50 likes yet, but we have a super chat from my man Stu. Thank you so much for the super chat. $5, really appreciate it. So now we got to go all out for this. It's time for some Creed karaoke, and I want y'all to sing along with me. A Plus says Google owes me some money. What, did you try to send something and it didn't happen? Taki is in the house. Station, my man. Also check out check out Blame Fable, the all new, all different Blame Fable on Thursday or Friday night. They're having their holiday special. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. I'm going to try to make it, but we'll see what happens. All right, Stu. I know normally I would let you pick something doper than Creed, but I think Creed's pretty dope, so here we go. You ready? I got to emote for this. I got to emote. Let me get ready. Hold on. Nicotine. Marijuana. Alcohol. The three things that lead to great karaoke. Oh, thank you. Fuck you, Stu. Thank you so much. I can't even take a compliment from you very well. All right, here we go. Court is in session. Verdict is in. No appeal on the docket today, just my own sin. The walls cold and pale, the cage made of steel. Screams fill the room, alone I drop and kneel. Silence now the sound, the voice the only emotion around. Demons cluttering around, my face showing no emotion. Shackled by my sentence, expecting no return. Here there is no penance, my skin begins to burn. And so what I need y'all to do right now is to do the, and I said, oh. So y'all do that. And I said, So I held my head up high, hiding hate that burns inside, which only fuels their selfish pride. And I said, oh, all held captive out from the sun, a sun that shines on only some. We the meek are all in one. That was good. That was good. I need more help with it. And I said, oh, when we get to that, right? Here we go. Second verse. I hear thunder in the distance, see a vision of a cross. I feel the pain that was given on a sad day of loss. A lion roars in the darkness, only he holds the key. A light to free me from my burden and grant me life eternally. Should have been dead on a Sunday morning, banging my head. No time for mourning, ain't got no time. Should have been dead on a Sunday morning, banging my head. No time for mourning, ain't got no time. And I said, so I held my head up high, hiding hate that burns inside, which only fuels their selfish pride. And I said, all held captive out from the sun, a sun that shines on only some. We the meek are all in one. Are you ready? Are you ready for the bridge? Because I'm ready for the bridge. The bridge is great. The bridge goes, cry out to God, seeking only his decision. Gabriel stands and confirms I've created my own prison. I cry out to God, seeking only his decision. And Gabriel stands and confirms I've created my own prison. And I said, oh, so I held my head up high. I didn't hate that burns inside, which only fuels their selfish pride. And I said, oh, all held captive out from the sun, a sun that shines on only some. We the meek are all in one. And I said, oh, so I held my head up high, hiding hate that burns inside, which only fuels their selfish pride. And I said, oh, all held captive out from the sun, a sun that shines on only some. We the meek are all in one. Should have been dead on a Sunday morning, banging my head. No time for mourning, ain't got no time. Station, y'all. This sounds great, right? That was fun. That was fun. My favorite Creed song, by the way, Torn. Love Torn. Torn. And I'm holy. I can do any song on the first Creed album. First time I got into Creed was because of Halloween H2O. Because the what's this life for? Whoa, whoa. That what's this life for was on that track, on that soundtrack, if you remember. And we got a super chat from Kelvin. Question: what else does your shop sell besides comics? Also, remember the times when comic shops survived only on comics? Remember when kids read comics? Just being sarcastic. Try doing Beastie Boys. Oh, I got you, brother. I got you, brother. So we do comics, new and old. We do toys, new and old. We do Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon, One Piece, Star Wars Unlimited, any card game. We do the card games. We do board games. We do miniature games like Warhammer. We do D&D. I'm sure I'm missing some stuff, but yeah, that's what we do. We do comics, we do games, we do toys. Oh no, the karaoke, is he drunk again? I'm not the drunkest I've been. I'm buzzed, but I ain't the drunkest I've ever been on this show, I'll tell you that. The karaoke is happening because of the super chats. So you want some Beastie Boys? Well, now, don't you tell me to smile. You stick around and make it worth your while. Got numbers beyond what you can dial. Maybe it's because I'm so versatile. Style, profile. I said, it always makes me brag when I hear, oh child. From the Hudson River out to the Nile, I run the marathon to the very last mile. If you battle me, I will revile. People always saying my style is wild. You got gall, you've got guile. To step to me, I'm a rapophile. If you want to battle, you're in denial. Coming from your anus to check my style. Go ahead, cause my rhyme's on trial. Cast you off into exile. Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic. Jazz and AWOL, that's all team. Tap into the party, disrupt the whole scene. When it comes to beats, well, I'm a fiend and I like my sugar with coffee and cream. Well, I gotta keep it going full steam. Too sweet to be sour, too nice to be me. On the tough guy style, I'm not too keen. Trying to change the world, I will plot and scheme. Mario C likes to keep it clean. Gonna shine like a sunbeam. Keep on rapping cause that's my dream. Got an A from Moses Steve. And cause of envy, y'all's is green. Jealous of the rhyme and the rhyme routine. Another dimension, new galaxy. Intergalactic, planetary. Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, another dimension. We're from the family of old school hip hop. Kick off your shoes and relax your socks. The rhymes will spread just like a pox, cause the music is live like an electric shock. I am known to do the wop, also known for the Flintstone flop. Tammy D getting biz on the crop. Beastie Boys known to let the beat drop. No one wrote graffiti, my name was Slop. If my rap suit, my beat is stock. Step from the table when I start to drop. I'm a lumberjack DJ at Head Rock. If you try to knock me, you'll get knocked. I'll stir fry you in my walk. Your knees start shaking and your fingers pop like a pinch on the neck from Mr. Spock. Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, another dimension. There you go. How about that? Rockin Robbie Robot, running out of breath going so hard with this. Well, thank you so much. All right, it's time to reveal. Yeah, let me catch my breath. Hold on a shit. I just got over a sickness. Did y'all see my fucking video on Tuesday night? Jesus Christ. That wore my ass out. My girlfriend was like, Jesus Christ, Robbie, take a fucking rest. Everybody's like, you should have skipped. I was like, I can't skip. We've been doing it over 8 years, every fucking week. Can't stop. Got to at least get to 10 before I take a break. Steph says, came back for the beat drop. I am known to do the wop. Also known for the Flintstone flop. Tammy D getting biz on the flop. Beastie Boys known to let the beat drop. I fucking love that song, yo. I'm hot as fuck. It's like 50 degrees, but some reason I'm hot as shit. A+ says, oh man, we got to get you on the stage at Coachella. Do you want to hear one of my own rhymes? All right. I didn't even wait for a response. I was like, all right. Here we go. What should I do? Fight the night? Shadows fall? What should I do? 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 Well, first of all, what do I remember? All right, Shadows Fall, verse 1. How about this? I wrote this. On the shores of probability, probably you... fuck, do I remember the lyrics? On the shores of probability. On the shores of probability, you'll probably find me looking hard to see. Memories riding in the waves of capabilities, filling me with ecstasy, filling me with... Fuck. I don't remember it, do I? On the shores of probability, you'll probably find me looking hard to see. Memories riding in the waves of capabilities, filling me with ecstasy, building up the sanity. Forward is the ocean, behind me commotion, erosion at my feet, and the shadows approaching. The notion's atrocious, this motion's corrosive. Suppose that this ghost was sent to break away my focus, but I can't have it, so I dive and submerge. Fight the urge to lose my nerve, give in and convert. The version that they furnace gives my insides like a furnace. Now I earnest with intent to arise with new purpose. Now I rise like a bearer of light. They think I fear the darkness, that I'm terrified of night. But with their false predictions, now they've gone mad on me. Still I hit it with precision like I'm Don Mattingly. I fucked that up. On the shores of probability, you'll probably find me looking hard to see. Memories riding in waves of capabilities, fill me in with ecstasy, breathing in the salty breeze. Bittersweet abundances of love, life, and liberty. Forward is the ocean, behind me commotion, erosion at my feet, and the shadows approaching. This notion's atrocious, this motion's corrosive. Suppose that this ghost was sent to break away my focus, but I can't have it, so I dive and submerge. Fight the urge to lose my nerve, give in and convert. The version that they furnace gets my earnestness like a furnace. Now I'm earnest with intent to emerge with new purpose. Now I rise as a bearer of light. They try to steal my... Fuck, man. Yep, I tried. All right, how about this one? Started this shit back in 98. I lit me, Jay said, hey, it's great. About 10 plates with the munchies I ate. Now I'm smoking weed, crate after crate. My name is Contact the Great. What the fuck did I say? It's a pie way. This is the trail that I blaze every fucking day. Did you say every fucking day? I said every fucking day on the Contact Parade. Woo! I remember that one. Don't let anyone steal your fuck, Robbie. Glock says Frank Miller's Daredevil run with Bullseye's pretty cool. Dude's rocking a tumor and kicking everyone's ass because he sees Daredevil everywhere. Me not grabbing a pen to write this down. What else is something on? All right. Something else I wrote. I'm trying to hear the song. Don't give up, born and raised in HSV, that's North Alabama. CONT, ACT, a future lesson planner. I love being from the South, I love this fucking nation. So let's bring revolt to all and cause for celebration. Used to cruise on Oakwood Avenue, heading to the Jello room. Ladies, love that view. Damn, that bitch closed down too soon. Now what you trying to do? Flashing badges way past due. Acting tragic when you're through, you're just the gum under my shoe. Then we bounced to Club Vinyl where I danced all night. And I had a lot of drama, but I never had a fight. Tequila brings a buzz on and I'm chasing the high life. The ladies love the way I speak. They say I'm erudite. Now they want to play now they want to hear my voice while they're playing with the toys, and I make them hot and moist cause my dick's the taster's choice. Now y'all eating from the plate I'm dishing. Wait, how's it go? Cause my dick's the taster's choice. Now y'all eating from the plate I'm dishing. Represent, stop on wishing. Stop your bitching, start some... Fuck, what was it go? Want my mission? Keep on wishing. Yeah. Oh, I know what it is. Now y'all eating from the plate I'm dishing. Stop your bitching, start suspending. Want my mission? Keep on wishing. That's how it goes. Yeah. All right. Enough rapping. Unless I go... HSV and it's treacherous, I'm rolling through these streets. So many false prophets trying to meet with your defeat. Just stay strong, won't be long and someone will come through. And when it comes the day, the only question's what you do. Will you roll with the soft kisses, give what she sends? Or take a bow and play it low and miss out once again? It's your decision, you'll be missing. Drunk as pissing, reminiscing, wrong provisions. Your visions always have you second guess. Whose problem is that? Not hers, who does she attack? On your back, laying flat with no point of contact. It's fucked up, but it's true. The problem is you can't fake a false front, it'll always leave you blue. So you're sitting there, shedding tears, crying in your beer. For you do, you pushed away the second that she came near. So I'm sorry, dog, but that shit is played out. And seconds disappear while you're wasting time to pout. What's that about? Let's mellow out, take a pill and chill out. Get your composure, then come on fucking over and dance with that girl. See, it's all in your world, you won't get this chance again. So what's up, my friend? All right. Leave some crumbs for the rest of the community, Robbie, please. All right. How about this for a crumb? I'll do one more. This song's called Through the Cracks. I don't need a degree in biology, psychology, or astronomy to ponder see, so follow me, because it's hard to see half-heartedly. Possibly you're not fond of me, and if you think I give a shit, you think retardedly. You deposit G's and I respond to please. To spit this contactology, there's just no use in arguing or wondering who's wandering. Oh, just no use in wondering who's wondering or arguing. Fuck, I fucked it up. I don't remember the rest of that. Oh, I don't remember it right now for some fucking reason. Through the cracks. But I remember the hook is like, this for my peeps who came through the cracks, tough climb, but we find a way to attack. You think you got the nuts, but you, fuck, I don't even remember it. I gotta revisit some shit, honestly. I can go back to Greenlit. 2 shots of Jaeger as it burns in my chest. I shotgun the sparks, time to earn with the rest. Put on a show as you learn with the best. People stop rocking, not concerned nonetheless. For do you realize what the fuck I'm saying? Or how important is the vibe I'm laying? That's getting closer, ain't got time for playing. And on that day, I'm gonna go celebrating. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I remember that shit. I remember my rhymes. My internet keeps trying to crash. I guess we should wrap up the show. Die Hard is absolutely a Christmas movie, says Steph Kelvin. And since it came out on my birthday, I can officially declare it. So yeah, Die Hard's totally a Christmas movie. I was having a discussion last night with my date as we were talking about Gremlins. We were watching Gremlins and we were both like, this is totally a Christmas movie. Because fucking Verno's fake ass was arguing that it's debatable that Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Gremlins is a fucking Christmas movie. Through the cracks of that ass. Oh, man, God. I love it. What's... Do I remember... Oh, God. What else do I remember I used to spit? Well, the other part of Through the Cracks would be in like, so I did the first verse, my buddy Skeptic did the second verse, and then we split the final verse. And my second half of the final verse, so my 8 bars there out of 16, I did the final 8. And I'd be like, so finally, you got time for me since you heard my tight rhyme over wine this week? Well, you'll find this geek at the highest peak, because I'm tired of this bullshit hide and seek. Stop pressing me about your useless keys. Your questioning just ain't pressing. Like, fuck. Damn, I don't even remember. I don't remember it. It's been so fucking long. So finally, you got time for me since you heard my tight rhyme over wine this week? Well, you'll find this geek at the highest peak, because I'm tired of this bullshit hide and seek. Stop pressing me about your useless keys. Your questioning, fuck, I don't remember it. Stop pressing me about your useless keys. You're stressful, please don't impress me. I'm question free, so stop pesting me, because all your questioning ain't blessing me. That's what it is. So finally, you got time for me since you heard this tight rhyme over wine this week? Well, you'll find this geek at the highest peak, because I'm tired of this bullshit hide and seek. Stop pressing me about your useless keys. Your questioning just ain't, fuck, I fucked it up again. Sorry, y'all. Maybe it's time to wrap up the show. I'm rhyming too much. Walking through the streets where the vampires roam. Ready for a battle cause you never walk alone. Better phone home if you see me on the road now. Back up 10 feet, this is a hater-free zone. Try to be cool but they still gonna bite. And now I'm not a fool so I know we're gonna fight. Not to be cruel if you're messing with my life. Then forget the wooden stake, I'm coming at you with a knife. Silver laced and I know you can tell it. Skin's just a burn and I know you can smell it. Tools so effective that they want me to sell them. Now I got this new line of hater repellents. Take a step back you blood-sucking leech. How you gonna bite once I knock out your teeth? With the cross by my side and the crescent on the rise and the star in the sky till the day that I die. Look up at the sky as the bass hits, bro. That's where you find your replacement show. You can run, but you still gotta face it, though. We the new deal, we the basement show. Look up at the sky as the bass hits, bro. That's where you'll find your replacement show. You can run, but you still gotta face it, though. We the new deal, we the basement show. Clouds are forming, storms are coming, now it's getting cold. Demons fighting, now they biting when they get so bold. I see them there, but I'm not scared. This fear we can't control. So shed some light, let's fight the night. They cannot have our soul. Like Lon Chaney, I'm a master in disguise, and I hypnotize so you paralyze. Try to get by with your fictions and lies. Would you sell your own soul for a slice of the pie? Now my eyes are in focus and it's plain to see. I rise to my levels where you want to be. You try to hang around, but you can't with me. Now you switch in sides like lycanthropy. You get no respect to a flip-flopping bitch. Treat you like you are, you a pill-popping snitch. Cut you into pieces with my silver bullet spit. Now you know that you're done before you even feel it hit. Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the moon is full and bright. That's right. Look up at the sky as the bass hits, bro. That's where you find your replacement show. You can run, but you still gotta face it, though. We the new deal, we the basement show. Look up at the sky as the bass hits, bro. That's where you find your replacement show. You can run, but you still gotta face it, though. We the new deal, we the basement show. Clouds are forming, storms are coming, now it's getting cold. Demons fighting, now they biting when they get so bold. I see them there, but I'm not scared. This fear we can't control. So shed some light, let's fight the night. They cannot have our soul. That's Fight the Night. You can find that on my YouTube channel, actually. I think our very first EP demo version of it. Let's see. Now they fighting when they biting when they get so bold. I see them there, but it just shows up. It just brings up a whole bunch of my weekly comic book reviews. That's fucked up. Hold on. Oh, there it is. This is the original version on our EP when we first wrote the song Fight the Night. Just dropped in the chat right there. Now we're about to go into the reveal of PCP Movie Night, January and February. All right. We kick off the 2025 PCP Movie Night season on Monday, January 6th at 8 p.m. Central Time, and we continue on every Monday afterwards. And it all kicks off on January 6th with the Karate Kid franchise, y'all. Every Karate Kid movie is going to be talked about. Karate Kid Part 2, Karate Kid Part 3, the next Karate Kid, and the Karate Kid with Jackie Chan. Those 5 movies, that's how we're kicking off PCP Movie Night in 2025. The week after, we're going to be talking about Thief. It's a Michael Mann film. Like I said, this is a director's spotlight couple of months. So Thief. I've never seen this movie. Very excited to have it. I was gifted this last year at Christmas, and that's why we're covering it. Then the next week, The Big Lebowski. We love the Coen brothers. This was gifted to me last year at Christmas time, so now we're doing The Big Lebowski. Then, talking about John Carpenter, the following week, we're going to be doing Starman, which I think is one of the most underappreciated John Carpenter films out there. The week after that, we're doing Mean Streets by Martin Scorsese. Really excited for that one. The week after that, another gift from last Christmas, Blue Velvet, directed by David Lynch. Blue Velvet, starring Kyle MacLachlan and, of course, Dennis Hopper, and amongst that, Isabella Rossellini, is that her name? The week after that, Steven Soderbergh's The Limey. This is my favorite Steven Soderbergh movie, one of my favorite Terrence Stamp movies, And not a lot of people know about this, and hardly anybody signed up for this, so I'm really, really fucking excited. And then we end up February with the Robot Jocks from Stuart Gordon. So let's recap it. It all starts PCP Movie Night 2025, January 6th at 8 p.m. Central Time with the Karate Kid franchise. The following Monday, Thief, starring James Caan, directed by Michael Mann. The week after that, The Big Lebowski by the Coen brothers. The week after that, Starman, starring Jeff Bridges, directed by John Carpenter. After that, Martin Scorsese's Mean Streets, starring Robert De Niro, Harvey Keitel, amongst others. A really great early Scorsese film. Then we got Blue Velvet, starring Kyle MacLachlan, Isabella Rossellini, and Dennis Hopper, directed by David Lynch. After that, Steven Soderbergh's The Limey, starring Terrence Stamp and Peter Fonda. And then Robot Jocks by Stuart Gordon. So that's the PCP Movie Night lineup for January and February. Take it in, y'all. I mean, come on, y'all. Is that not a banging ass fucking lineup? Psychotron says, that's 2 days after my birthday. Missing Link says, super hot fire. Eric says, I'm a Lebowski. You're a Lebowski. Psychotron says, when's the next Rockin Robbie show, chat? I don't know. Maybe next week. Maybe in January. I don't know. We had a lot of super chats tonight, so I really appreciate that love. I feel like this is a good finale for the year. Fish Face Pete says, all bangers. Hell yeah. Also says, bro, you're in for a treat with Thief. So fucking good. It's the only one of those movies I've never seen. 62 Lefty Blue says, The Limey is great. You tell him I'm fucking coming. Right? Dude, The Limey is great. And that's the one that I can't get a panel for right now. So I'm going to have to really tell some people, like, Eric, I see you here. You need to sign up for The Limey. That movie is fucking the most badass movie that nobody talks about. All right, let's recap it again. PCP Movie Night. Where'd it go? We kick it off with the Karate Kid franchise. Thief by Michael Mann. The Big Lebowski by the Coen brothers. Starman by John Carpenter. Mean Streets by Martin Scorsese. Blue Velvet by David Lynch. The Limey by Steven Soderbergh. And Robot Jocks by Stuart Gordon. What a great fucking lineup. Fable, you may have signed up. Let me look at the official list. So, Fable, for you, I got you on Karate Kid franchise. I got you on Starman. I got you on Mean Streets. I do not have you on The Limey. I'll sign you up right now. I already got Stu on there too. Eric, if you decide to do The Limey, we got you. 62 Lefty Blue says The Limey is up there with Sexy Beast. I agree. 9-panel grid says, well, crap. I mean, I'll watch anything with Louis Guzman. All right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to put Fable and Eric down for the Limey, and now the Limey is full. Boom. Hell yeah. Now we need people for, we got one more person available for Thief, one more person available for Starman, and then every other panel is filled. Hell yeah. Hit you with the date and you'll check. The date is February 17th for the Limey. February 17th. All right. Now it's time for show and tell. Let's get into it. All right. So I'm part of a paranormal investigation show, which you saw a trailer for earlier. At one of our ghost hunts, I saw this, and it was the only Halloween bucket I missed from a few years ago. And then the owners of the house saw some of the footage, and they decided to give me the Witch Halloween bucket from McDonald's. So now I have that full collection from those 2 years. So that's awesome. Taco Bell at their nostalgia menu. I got all the fucking cups. I got the 60s Taco Bell cup right there. Here is the 70s Taco Bell cup. My personal favorite, the 80s Taco Bell cup. My second favorite, the 90s Taco Bell cup. And then the 2000s. So I have all 5 of the Taco Bell Decades menu cups. They're going to be background information. Christmas time is coming. If you want to buy me a Christmas present, look at the pinned comment at the top. That's my Amazon wish list. You can pick something out from there, have it sent directly to me, but you don't have to. But I bought myself something from my wish list, which was Forgotten Jolly, Volume 1, including Trauma, Police Are Blundering in the Dark, and The Killer is One of 13. I love Italian giallo films, so I had to get that. Another thing I got for me, so Masters of Horror was a Showtime show that I love. 2 seasons on Showtime. They did a 3rd season on NBC called Fear Itself, so I did get the complete Fear Itself. I used to have this in the Tombstone, just like I had all the Masters of Horror in the Mausoleum and the Skull. I really regret selling those. So I do that show every Monday night over at the EXP with Dynamite, and we have some really great stuff. This is G.I. Joe 301, remarked and signed by Tony Scott with a Storm Shadow sketch on it. So this is commissioned artwork that one of the fans of the show bought for me. All right, now it's time to get into Two Gun Pedro's amazing Christmas present. He sent me some VHSs. We're going to kick it off with Enemy Mine. Fuck yeah, Two Gun. Enemy Mine. It's fucking dope. Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds on VHS. Jay got his Joker the other day. Hell yeah. One of my favorite things when Two Gun sends me this stuff is he sends me like little notes. And this is Iron Master. And he's like directed by Umberto Lenzi. So I got Iron Master. I have no idea about this movie, so I'm very excited to check this out. Never seen this movie either, but it's The 27th Day. This seems like one of those movies that may have been converted over to DVD or Blu-ray. Then we've got Earth versus the Flying Saucers. Pretty freaking dope. Are y'all still here? Yep, y'all are still here. All right, there you go. Earth versus the Flying Saucers. 27th Day, in case you missed those. And then this one, Lionheart, Van Damme. And his note says, I voted for Lionheart for Van Damme December, LOL. So Lionheart right there. These notes from Two Gun Pedro are the best. I love keeping them. All right, and then the note that he left for these two VHSs were Bait Material, So he got me Basic Instinct and 9.5 Weeks. And he labeled them bait material. So some great VHSs. Let's recap. Basic Instinct, 9.5 Weeks, Lionheart, Earth versus the Flying Saucers, The 27th Day, Iron Master, which I'm really excited to check out now. Yeah, Cigarette Burns is great, Fish. Fish says Iron Master is a good time. The Birds and Enemy Mine. Great VHSs, Two Gun Pedro. But he also sent me some Blu-rays. And they're all Italian movies. So this is a Mario Bava film that I've never seen. 5 Dolls for an August Moon. So very excited to check that out. Then we got The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. And this is directed by Sergio Martino, which I know he wanted to hook me up with some of his movies, including that, as well as All of the Colors of the Dark. Two Gun really outdid himself. Then we got Your Vice is a Locked Room, and Only I Have the Key. And he wrote Must See Eli Roth Interview. So Sergio Martino, I do have the Sergio Martino collection on my wish list. And I think some of these movies may be in there. I don't know. I have to double check. And then I've heard about this and always wanted to check it out. It's a documentary about Giallo called All the Colors of Giallo. So that's fucking awesome. But it's not over there. His note here says, random Italian films I found in the wild. There's The Conformist and Before the Revolution. Not familiar with either of these movies, but thank you so much, Two Gun. I'm going to check them out. And you know I got a region-free player, so I'm cool with these. So to recap the Blu-rays, The Conformist, Before the Revolution, the documentary All the Colors of Giallo, Your Vice is a Locked Room and Only I Have the Key by Sergio Martino, as well as All the Colors of the Dark, as well as The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, and then the Mario Bava flick, 5 Dolls for an August Moon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 VHSs and 7 Blu-rays. You fucking killed it, Two Gun Pedro. You're our favorite fan yet again for another year. All right. Now it's time to end it with your official Final 5. Going through the DVD collection. We're nearing the end. We're still in the S's. 62 Lefty Blue says, I have a few Bertolucci movies, one being The Conformist. Is it good, 62? Eric says Lionheart is peak Van Damme. Steph says Enemy Mine is that fire. Hell yeah. All right, here we got DC Comics Superheroes, The Filmation Adventures, Volume 1. I don't have Volume 2, but I do have Volume 1. This is pretty fun stuff. One of my favorite movies I want to upgrade to Blu-ray, which is on my wish list, pinned at the top, but Super Mario Brothers. I still just have it on DVD. We've covered this on PCP Movie Night. Love that movie. Here is Superman Brainiac Attacks with the Movie Stop sticker from where I used to work at Movie Stop. This is like an original movie, I guess they did during the animated series days. Another movie that we've covered on PCP Movie Night that I think is not available on Blu-ray. Surf Ninjas. There you go right there. And then we're going to end the final 5 with Angela Lansbury and George Hearn and Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barbara of Fleet Street. This is an on-stage version of it, right? So I love Sweeney Todd. I love the Tim Burton movie, But even more so, I love it on stage with these amazing performances. So, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street on DVD on stage. And that has been your official Final Five. All right, y'all. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Street Fighter on PCP Movie Night to end Van Damme December and to end the PCP Movie Night 2024 season. Thursday night, check me out with Mark Spears in conversation, my good friend and a huge artist right now. That's Thursday night, 6 p.m. Central Time. On Wednesday night, over at 9 Panel Grid, check me out as I join Ink and Insights with 9 Panel Grid, a.k.a. Easy Dick Eric, and Dr. Doom's Fan Club, a.k.a. Bitch Ass Stu. And then next Monday on the 23rd, join us for the 7th annual Festivus stream here on PCP. We'll be erecting the PCP Festivus poll, airing our 2024 grievances, and declaring our feats of strength. I will also be on Go Figure Reviews for a live stream on Thursday night after the show with Mark, and I'll be on Blood Splatter Chatter on Sunday afternoon to talk about 2 episodes of Masters of Horror, one by Don Coscarelli, one by Stuart Gordon. All right, this has been a great show. What a way to end 2024. Rockin Robbie Live. Thank you all so much. Y'all have been the best. This has been so much fun, and I cannot wait to bring Rockin Robbie Live back in 2025, the year of PCPX. All right, y'all. We're dipping out. Station, keep on reading, keep on loving, keep on living. Pop, pop, boom. We'll see you soon. All right, I feel like we couldn't end Rockin Robbie Live's 2024 showings without a proper post credits. So first of all, how about a shot of tequila to everybody? Go Yankees in 2025. I don't know if I should have done that or if I just took that wrong pipe, y'all. Wrong pipe. All right. We're going to recap the PCP movie night lineup for 2025, starting in January 6th. Karate Kid franchise. Thief. Big Lebowski. Starman. Mean Streets. Blue Velvet. The Limey. Robot Jocks. Some good thumbnails, if I say so myself. The Thief one was a pain in the ass to make, honestly. All right, we're going to open up this Brawn that I got from Studio Series 86. I need a Brawn. I've had this for a while. We're going to open it up right now in a post-credits. Oh, come on. All right. Braun. Shit. There he is in there, strapped in. Braun is, one of those, like, lesser-known little tiny Transformers. Kind of like Gears or some shit like that. Beachcomber. But I want all the G1 fucking dudes represented. This was the Braun I decided to get. And there he is. Much better than the other Braun they released, because I was going to get that one from Titan's Return. But that one actually was kind of small and not as well put together as this one. So there's Braun, y'all. So tonight we opened up Braun and Dirge. Fuck yeah. And yeah, 62, the show did cut off a couple times. That was internet issues. And I apologize. So we got one Decepticon and one Autobot opened up tonight. We got more to open up on future Rockin Robbie Lives, including Springer, Swoop, Snarl, Gears. I still haven't opened up my G2 Optimus Prime. All right, y'all. We really appreciate the love. We thank you so much. We are dipping out. Join us tomorrow night, PCP Movie Night, Street Fighter. Wednesday night over at Ink and Insights. Thursday night, a conversation here with Mark Spears. And then Festivus, Monday, December 23rd. We'll catch you guys next time.